I told you about Julius, bro. You got to give him that. I
Nah,
told you as about Julius.
listen, man. I give Big Dog Juju all his flowers. I have
Hmm.
no beef with that man right.
Yeah, he just and Grimes. I actually felt like State also like the kid hasn't so much done enough that when he's healthy, he just gets plugged into the starting lineup. I saw what everyone saw last year, a couple good flashes. A little quick for me to put up that three last year, but he hit it at a decent clip. The defense I saw right away, but again, as far as just automatically the starter, I questioned it too, like State. So I'm not going. I never really had any uh had any smoke for that. But the kid has proven it. And the one I was definitely wrong on, definitely. I said, and Kev, I don't know if it's you or T Tom and Nixon ish right now, but I'll eat my crow. I said if Deuce is playing, that the Knicks are tanking and we losing and we're not looking too hot. And I'm eating my words because this kid, he's impressing me as well. When he comes in, things change. I like what he brings to the team, to every game. I just like what. I love what Brunson's doing. Been a Brunson fan. Uh,
Real quick, Tony. I want you to stay right there, right? Because a lot of fans had your mindset when you just said, "Well, if Deuce is playing, we're gonna be tanking." That part right there is why I'm a little annoyed with Nick's Twitter and annoyed with people like you. Because I told, did we have this argument in the summer, Tony? I
we
told you if
we
the
we,
kid
we
plays,
might have. I was
my
listen.
bad.
I told you guys the kids are gonna play. I wasn't worried about the kids playing because all we have is kids. And last year it was just a part of the rebuild where you bring in guys who have to get minutes because of promises made when you sign them, certain points in other guys' careers. So it was regular to me. I didn't think all the Fournier, Alec Burke stuff was irregular. Um, but I knew this year was gonna be the kids play. It's just Deuce specifically and what I seen in him playing and how many kids that we have, the rotation we had up at that guard spot, especially after bringing in Brunson. Uh, I thought Deuce was a little bit further off. Like I just felt like, and I wasn't with the tanking. Everyone knows that. I've been the
Right.
one in here like if the Knicks should not be tanking, there's no reason, going at it with a bunch of them dudes with the toxic boys and uh, Cash and Smooth and I will stand corrected as far as Deuce, man. He's a lot better than I thought. He brings a lot to the
Uh huh.
game, and I mean
Uh
that's
huh.
that's that's really it. So I own mine, but I hope they just keep going in this direction, man.
Last question: if you had a comparison for Deuce McBride, who is the comparison you got for him? And I'm talking about a comparison from a player from the '90s. Like if you had to compare Deuce McBride to anybody, who's the comp for you? Because when I look at Deuce McBride, uh, damn,
Tony Allen,
no, hell, fucking no, hell,
what are you gonna
fucking, you
say?
gotta
Don't
give me.
say Pete Bev.
No, not Pat Beverly. Oh, Patrick Beverly might be a good
I just
comp
feel
though.
like that's so like cliche. Everybody say that.
Not really, because when you see a lot of young players, a lot of them don't play defense like young Pat Bev.
No, but I'm saying like as far as Deuce, I feel like anytime he gets minutes, everyone always saying, "Oh, he's a Pat Bev, he's a Pat Bev." So
Yeah,
I think I honestly, it might be crazy. I'm just saying. I think as far as NBA basketball defense, I think Deuce plays less mind games than P Bev, but is actually better. I do. I think he's a better defender.
I think, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I think Deuce is another reason why we're on this win streak. I love Deuce's mentality, man. Even though his jump shot is not there yet, and I believe he started the season 1 for 15 from three. But he's really great, man. He's really steady. He don't try to do too much, and he's a hellish defender too. Hellish defender. I really love Deuce McBride, man. I hope Deuce McBride stays on the Knicks for a long, long time, man. It's really nice, and that was another reason why I wanted Derrick Rose to sit. Honestly, when I was telling fans during the summer, please sit Derrick Rose. I don't want to see him no more. He does not need to play. And Deuce McBride was one of the reasons why I was saying that. Because I'm like, yo, we can't let this defensive pit bull just ride on the bench. You can't let those type of guys ride on the bench. You see a guy like Aaron Nesmith who was just riding on Boston bench, bro, and he was hooping yesterday. So we gotta see some of these young boys play, man. And it's been nice to see Deuce McBride, especially. Who's next? Yo, Tremel, man, what's up, man? And then after Tremel, I want to hear from Ralph. But Tremel, what's up, man? You was in a company man space earlier, man. Dudes throwing salt on my name, man. Come on, man. You a thread member, man. You got to protect my honor in some way, man. Come on,
yo. What's good, man? But
what's
listen,
up?
I'll let you know what I'm saying, that hey, they mentioned you on the space, so you might want to come in, and you did. You defended yourself. But but what it boils down to is this: you know how far we go back. But my issue with you, State, is you came up with company men, right? And the reason why you came up with company men is because over the summer there was a group of fans like myself who was looking at what the moves that Leon and them was making, and we was agreeing with those moves, right?
No,
So
that's a part of it. I'm willing to admit that's a part of it. Go ahead.
Hold on, State, because that was the birth of company men.
I agree with him.
When I told you flat out, like, hey, I don't think we should trade up and trade the farm for Jaden Ivey. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a good move. I'd rather have Jalen Brunson.
Your fucking connection, Tremel. I don't know if it's just me, bro.
I keep thinking that's me and having
And
to
you went
leave the
back and forth
space, and
on
I'm
that.
like, here we go again.
Did think it was me.
All right. Go ahead, Tremel.
So my issue with you is,
I can't hear anything.
Tremel, drop your Wi-Fi, bro.
Yeah.
yo, I'm in a matrix. Let somebody else go, man, because I'm on a road. I'm on a bridge right now. So let somebody else go, and then I'll come back when the coast is
When
clear.
you're on the road, make sure that Wi-Fi is off, and that shit will stop trying to connect to everything. I'm serious.
So I think what Tramel's trying to say is, when I came up with the word company man, the quote actually, he is right. Fans was agreeing with what everything the Knicks was doing. But I came up with the quote not from this summer. I've been saying that company man quote since last season. The company man originally stems from when I had a debate with Anthony MSG, and I ain't gonna lie, I was a little drunk, I was a little smacked, and I kept calling him a company man because he kept trying to explain to me the good things that Thibodeau was doing, and then he tried to justify starting Alec Burks for that amount of games and shit like that. I don't want to hear or see, because I work in a company, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie for my company. If it's doing bad, it's doing bad. Don't just sit there and lie to me and say shit and gaslight. So that's the reason why I came up with company men. The people that just gaslight others, and they only come around when the Knicks are winning. You don't.
There's still dudes out here calling it the same kind of thing, or saying, "Oh, you shaking your ass," but realistically, it's just some people don't agree, and they're not as optimistic, and I feel like they use those two type terms to describe the dudes who are more optimistic about things going on.
Yeah, but the reason why people was getting told you shaking ass is because they was shaking ass. You cannot tell me winning in a season with Alec Burks, with Evan Fournier and fucking and Bullock and Alfred. You can't tell me that shit is sustainable. That's what
But I'm
company
saying that, like, yo, listen, a couple weeks ago, I came in talking about Julius and Brunson and how the Knicks looking good, and dudes are in there talking about, oh, I'm not gonna shake ass for these dudes. It's only 3 weeks in or 2 weeks in, like. But nobody like to admit they're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
Even the dudes who were talking the tanking thing, maybe you don't want to do it yet because the season ain't like. But it's that date is coming up, man. These dudes are going for 6 and 5 seed or around that area. Like you're gonna have to give that up. Not you. I'm saying in general. You know, you don't tank when you a full blown playoff team,
But tank.
and your average age is 23.8 years old.
Yeah, but at the same time, your rotation could be at any age it wants to be. When you don't have no generational talent, that's the reason why people still fight back on this team. Because if you look at this roster as currently constructed, like yeah, like we got a lot of pieces, we got a lot of complementary pieces. We didn't draft no star. RJ Barrett is not an all-star yet, so I can't call him a star right now. He's a starter. And you can't talk about the other guys because all them motherfuckers is coming off the bench. So there's a lot of people who still see guys like Amen Thompson, his twin brother. You got Victor Wembanyama. You got the boy Brandon Miller. You got Scoot Henderson. When you see those type of guys, and you look at the Knicks roster, you'd be like, damn, maybe I could get one of those guys and add on to what we're doing. But at the same time, Knicks can't think like that because you can't put out you can't try to put out a losing product, and the winning product is because of the kids. That's like ass backwards. So I'm not talking tank no more at the moment. I don't believe this Knicks roster, this Knicks rotation is a tanking team. I think this Knicks rotation is a playoff team. I have full what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very
Confidence.
yeah. Like I have the utmost confidence in the kid, in the young core that we have to continue to win, to continue to win games because we have a lot of complementary pieces. We don't have a star, and I'm okay with that. And the last thing, the biggest narrative I noticed and how people's just flip flopping and switching. I noticed that when we was losing, a lot of people singled out RJ Barrett. And Tony, you was one of them. And the narrative that you used, that a lot of people use to single out RJ Barrett is RJ Barrett takes the most shots. RJ Barrett is inefficient. That's dirty. RJ Barrett takes the most shot. RJ Barrett is inefficient. RJ Barrett is this. RJ Barrett is the one option. That was when we was losing. So now that we're winning,
Still the same. Still the same. I
no,
said it
no,
the
no,
other
no,
night.
no, no,
That's
no,
my
no.
hold on. That's my favorite. That's my favorite player. That's my favorite Nick. Probably even more than Melo. I'm not joking. All right. So
but
Patrick, Melo, and RJ. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. I love RJ, bro. And I told you this when he was doing real bad. But it's still, even in the games that he's doing well, he's still less efficient than you remember before the league. What I say, 23 point something points is where I had him because of better free throw percentage and better field goal percentage. He's I keep saying it. Right now I'm wrong on RJ. I
yeah,
hope
yeah,
it changes,
but see, people like you can talk basketball if you're not aggravated. I can't talk basketball with somebody when the narrative last week, literally, Tony, last week, people were saying, oh, RJ Barrett takes the most shots. One, yes. RJ Barrett takes the most shots on the team. RJ Barrett has the most attempts. That was the narrative. So now you're trying to goalpost switch and say, oh, well, this is Julius Randle's team. This is Jalen Brunson's team. Show my man some love. Stop being corny. Stop hating. I don't
Yo,
like
yo,
shit like
yo.
that.
Am I good now? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
there he is.
Yo, man. So to get back to my bone to pick with you, Steak, is over the summer, right? We were going back and forth on what our expectations were for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And when I told you, nah, everything's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? I told you they was making winning moves.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I told you somebody's gonna replace Fournier. You know what I'm saying? That they going to play these young guys because they're gonna try to win. The young guys is what's going to make us win, make us more competitive.
Uh-huh.
And that's gonna happen. And so everything that we said we wanted is happening, right? You even admitted just yourself that this is now a playoff team. Now, when we went in the summertime, we was going back and forth. You was telling me, oh, this is a bottom 3 East team, or they're gonna struggle to make the play-in. You was
Well, I
agreeing with
told you.
South. Hold on, State.
I
You
told you
was
that.
agreeing with South and the anti-fans And all those guys, all the negative guys from the thread that said that this team was gonna be trash, right? And mid,
No. Forget the
and
thread.
all.
Why did I specifically say that? And me and you both know why. But why did I say that though?
Someone wake me up when we're
You were
talking
saying
actual
that.
basketball.
You were saying that. Oh, I apologize, Charlotte. I apologize, Charlotte. I just gotta address State because I gotta get him on record to really go back and say, yeah, he was wrong about his position. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And once he does that, then we can move on. You know what I'm saying? But the whole company men thing was because whoever disagreed with your prognosis of what this Knicks team can be, that's when you called them a company man. And you
That
know
is
that.
false, Tramel. This is why I love Twitter Spaces. That is false. That is not why I was calling people company.
Listen, I got the tweets. You know what they call me on the thread, right? You know I got the tweets, brother. You know I got the tweets. You know what I'm
But
saying? You know I got the tweets. So I don't
that's
want
not
to go there.
officer though.
I'm talking about on the thread. I'm talking about specifically on the thread because that's where you birthed the term company man. That's where it went right viral, right? You called us company men because we had an optimistic outlook on what this Knicks team can be and what this Knicks team can do. So what I need you to do, what I need you to do is go ahead and admit what you foreseen was the way forward for the Knicks was actually wrong, and what the company men foreseen for the Knicks was actually right.
Why did I
just need you to cop to that.
No. Tramel, why did I say that? I want to see if we both telling the truth. Why did I say what I said? Come on, unmute yourself, Tramel. Come on. Why did I say that? Tramel, you know why I said what I said. Why the Knicks will be trash is because you go ahead.
You said that. You said that. You know why you said that, bro. You said it, number one.
No.
Trade up for Jaden Ivey.
No, Jamel, I asked you a specific question. I said, why did I say what I said? Me and you both know the reason why I said what I said, but I want you to say the reason why I said what I said. And it's not because of why the other people were saying it. You know the reason why. So
because you wanted the kids to play.
Thank you. That's all. That's all.
But also, the narratives that you had over the summer, all of them have turned out to be incorrect.
So what
I just need you
over the summer?
To admit to that.
So let's talk.
The narrative that you had over the summer was because the Knicks didn't trade up for Jaden Ivey.
Okay.
Right? They were going to be trash. You did not believe in Jalen Brunson. Right?
No, I believe. See, this is for the spaces. I never called Jalen Brunson a bum. I said I did not like the contract.
We've been on a thread. I ain't talking about Twitter Spaces. I'm talking about because the thread supersedes Twitter Spaces.
I never called Jalen Brunson a bum in the thread. That's false. You would never find
on the thread. On the thread, you said that Jalen Brunson wasn't enough. You did not believe.
I felt like he wasn't.
You did not believe that he can propel this team to the position to where they're at right now. You didn't believe it, did you?
This is hold on. That is true, but in the context of him playing with the journeyman vets, my whole notion was Thibodeau ain't gonna adjust. God is not gonna allow Cam Reddish or Quentin Grimes to start. And Tibbs is going to continuously trot out journeyman vets. That's where
just a week ago, State, did you not ask me who did Jalen Brunson make better on the Knicks? Did you not ask me that a week ago?
Hold on. That was a week and a half ago. We was
okay.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me ask you this question. Answer the question.
Go ahead.
So can you admit now in your Twitter Spaces that Jalen Brunson is making everybody in this Knicks rotation better? Are you willing to admit that right now?
So I say this, right? Jalen Brunson is helping the Knicks play better. But the others, and if you ever watch TNT at night with Shaq and them after the game, they talk mostly about the others. So what I mean by the others Grimes and those boys, a lot of those guys to play better. So yes, like Jalen Brunson is finally making them better. He's doing a great job. I think it's because of the rotation. And I think it's because he's playing with all kids. So that's the reason why.
But he's made not only the kids better, but he's also made Julius Randle better because he put Julius Randle in a more natural role to him, and now even he's starting to take on a little bit of Jalen Brunson clutch ability by hitting those 6 clutch free throws last night. That's because of the Brunson effect. Like I told you over the summer, that was going to happen with this squad, man. So you got to admit that, man. You got to give Jalen Brunson his proper respect. Let the Twitter spaces know that you've done a 180 on Jalen Brunson right now.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't
See,
know what happened.
stay.
Yeah, I don't know
I
what
knocked
happened.
him
Sounds
out.
like
That's what
I'm
happened,
providing
Charlotte.
the sound
Charlotte.
effects.
I think we lost
A
state for a
TKO.
hot second.
That was a
Dang.
TKO.
Dang. Nah. Let it get our boys some time to recuperate. You got the oh damn the sound effects. The sound effects are okay. Okay. While state recuperates from possible body shots, I don't know. Um, let's go to who is actually shit. We only have Brownsville up here.
Yeah, Ralph, it's Ralph.
Who else is coming up here to talk? Nick
Me.
Street Cat with the thumbs down. Oh, I
What
thought
did
you
we
were
think
already
of my
talking,
sound
Alex.
effects throughout that whole debate?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it
I
thoroughly.
loved it.
I appreciated it.
Put a thumbs up if you like the sound effects. I'll keep going with them.
I enjoyed it.
That was great, Charlotte. That was great. Keep it up.
Kev P,
Thank you, guys.
Kev P gives thumbs down like a true hater.
It's okay.
Respect, respect,
Kev
respect.
P and I was going at Kev P and I will go at it
We
probably
love you,
tonight.
Kev P. We
I
love you.
can't wait. Can't wait till Cam Reddish finds a better home for himself.
Yeah, Cam Reddish is gonna be just fine.
Raphael,
He's gonna be just fine. He's gonna be a
What's up,
star on
Charlotte?
another team
how you doing, man?
at some
Good,
point, but
good,
that's
good.
okay.
Yo, Stan, run point guard real quick. I'm working real quick. So Stan, run
All right,
point
do
guard.
your thing.
I'm listening to y'all.
Yeah, Rafe, what's going on with you?
What, nothing much, Stan. What's going on? So
How you feeling?
good, good. So basically, I one reason that I showed up to be on speaker was because State and I agreed on something. That's how you started it off. And basically, I'm just happy that he's efficient. He was 10 for 19 on yesterday's game. His field goal percentage, right? His field goal percentage is something that I'm looking at, and I just want him to be as good or as competitive as other number 3 picks in terms of shooting from the field. Like last season, he shot 40%. I spoke this with. I mean, I didn't speak to. I had tweeted back and forth with Breeze, but last season he was 40% from the field. He finished the season 40%. 40 point. It was like 40. 40.8, almost 41. And now we have Jalen Brunson. I'm like, man, we got a point guard. Julius Randle's having an all-star season, Jalen and Brunson as well, like you said. And you look at RJ's field goal percentage, and it's like he's at 41. So last season we have a all-star point guard, and I'm like, yo, bro, like this slow starts are big are a problem. So I'm hoping he can dig himself out of this hole. Um, and I hope he can fix the situation because I would like to have RJ Barrett as an all star. So we can't have an all star who's shooting 38% from the field for 20 games. It's a very difficult mountain to climb
to become an all-star if you shot 38% for 20 games. So for me, like when he had words with Tom Thibodeau about watching film all summer, I felt like he should be all for it because Quentin Grimes is his numbers from the field and from the free throws is looking good, and he was a huge positive on the floor. Like as soon as he gets on the floor with him and Brunson, I'm like yes. And his floor spacing, and I know he had that situation when with the half court, and it was a situation where he should have called timeout and whatever. But it's always a positive, him being on the floor. But that's about it. Like right now, RG's being more efficient, and we're winning games, and he's making some free throws. So I just like listen, man, whatever because it's tiring. It's year after year after year. You know, RJ Barrett. We're gonna oh maybe next year RJ will be an All Star. Maybe next year because he finished so strong, but he always starts the season so bad. And this one like really for me like really um this one really irked me or frustrated me and disappointed me and extra. So it's just like the best RJ can do is just watch possibly Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson become an All Star.
Yo, bro, look, bro. Yo, Ralph, man. I hate when I gotta listen to you sometimes, man, because it sound like you hating, dog. Like, yo, get that hate out your please. It's corny, bro. It's getting corny, bro. Please stop, bro. You better than this, bro. You better than that.
No, I just want RJ to be an All Star.
He will, as long as the Knicks keep winning. So shut up about it.
No, I hope I wish that to be true, but I think he has to start the season better so he could give himself a chance. This is not Nick's Twitter. Nick's Twitter doesn't run the NBA. The NBA, you have to start the season pretty good to give yourself a chance to be an All Star. I'm being realistic right now. Like I really want him to be an All Star. Like I don't. I don't want him to be a Knicks Twitter All Star. I want him to be a real All Star.
All right, Ralph. All right, Ralph. All right, Ralph. Who's next? Yeah.
State. I have a really good RJ graphic being posted in 1 minute. I want you to take a look. It's
Mm-hmm.
fire.
Oh, I will take a look, man. I'm in a good mood, man. I did think the Knicks was gonna go on a win streak at some point this season. I just never thought it would be because of the kids, and I never thought it would be this early in the season. This season gives me shades of like the COVID season. Um, it's fun to watch though. I will admit, like I'm not a good loser, man. Anybody who's good, who's fine with losing, you just a loser. That's how I see it, man. The Knicks, what's up, Brody? How you doing, man? Talk to me, man. What's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, State? Everybody up here, what's going on, Stan?
I,
Raph? Uh, yeah, man, nah, I feel, well, first of all, I'm a little saucy right now. I had a little drink had a few drinks at work, so definitely, definitely a little saucy here. But my man, 7 straight. I don't know what anybody's unhappy for. Anybody's sad or having narratives or whatnot. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all of that shit. We had 7 straight. Knicks are up. Hottest team in the league, not the East, the league. 7 straight wins is the most wins any NBA team has currently today. Right behind them are the Magic and the Nets. Magic just busted Boston's ass twice. Been laughing for days because people love Jason Tatum. People love Jalen Brown. Listen, you can say whatever you want to say about those guys. I fucking hate Boston. I will root against Boston forever and always. I can give praise to people, but I don't care, man. I'm happy that the Knicks are on top for me right now. It's a great day. RJ Barrett, great, amazing play. Recently, last 10 games, Julius Randle balling out of his mind. If you could walk into a quarter and score 15 points, that's special. That's what he's been doing, so that's special.
Recap. Look at the
But
stats above. Last 5 games, 25.2 points per game,
Woo!
6 rebounds,
Woo!
2.8 assists.
Woo!
Go retweet that stuff up top, guys. Last 5
What in the?
games.
Woo! Oh my lord! Listen, man. Listen. I think Jay Nicky said it before. I gotta hear all this RJ Barrett talk go the fuck away right now. Listen, I know he has slow starts. I get it, man. Listen, I understand it. I get he has slow starts. I don't like it either. We could harp on that shit for fucking 20 days. All right. I don't give a fuck about that. 15 straight games. He's been getting better and better and better. His finishing's getting better. His free throws, besides that one game, then gets the Bulls. But besides that, though, has gotten better. His efficiency, 10 for 19 yesterday, is getting better. He's understanding that if his threes are not falling, which they didn't do yesterday, he has to attack. Because if he attacks and he can throw in some playmaking with that, oh my lord, RJ Barrett opens up a whole different game for him. So he needs to do a little bit more of that. And I need to see personally, it's my last take, by the way. I need to personally see some more Grimes at point and Brunson at the two. Not to start in. I'm not trying to say starting. I just got to see it at least for 5, 10 minutes a game because I think it could be special. I think we haven't seen all of what Grimes can do. And man, Grimes got a bag, I think, man. We just got to let him unleash it, brother. But there's nothing to be sad about today. 7 straight wins, hottest team in the East. Brother, I'm about to have another fucking beer. I'm happy as shit right now, man.
25 points per game for RJ Barrett in the last 5 games. Let that sink in.
I think so I put up a poll, right? And on this poll, I wanted to ask Knicks fans whose take was worse. RJ Barrett being Lou Dort or me calling Grimes Quentin Ntilikina. I'm so sorry, Jay. You gotta get this. Oh man, but I'm happy though, man. I like what the Knicks are doing, man. It was something else I wanted to talk about too. I know, Kyle Kuzma. Shout outs to D, right? D loves the Kyle Kuzma fit on the Knicks. My take is the Knicks are one piece away from not being mid to being a good team. When I mean by one piece away, I'm talking about getting out of the first round, right? Or me just taking them seriously. That one piece, it doesn't have to be a superstar. Doesn't have to be an all-star. Doesn't have to be a star. It doesn't have to be any of that. That one piece just needs to be a guy that has production already in the NBA and a guy who will be a positive asset for the Knicks. Kyle Kuzma, he sticks out to me specifically because earlier I sat down for about an hour and I was looking at NBA rotations of playoff teams. And I was looking at rotations when it's the last 5 minutes of an NBA game, right? But I was looking at rotations in the playoffs, the last 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. And those rotations, right? Let's see, I'm gonna give you an example. So my first example is the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, when you think about the Milwaukee Bucks, at the last 5 minutes of the game, they put Giannis at the 5. So they put Giannis at the 5, and they got somebody else playing the 4, and they got Chris Kobe Middleton playing the 3, and Drew Holiday's in here, and Dante DiVincenzo, whatever his name is in there. Who's the Knicks 5? 5 minutes left in the game, where the Knicks got a couple players to play on ball, play off ball, switch on defense. But that small ball guy who could excel at that role. When I look at Obi Toppin, I like Obi Toppin. I love Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin is no Kyle Kuzma. It's not to say that Obi Toppin can never get to that point. I think that they could play together, actually. I think it would be a fun lineup with Obi Toppin, Kyle Kuzma, and Julius Randle. But I really, when I looked at the playoff rotations, I'm just thinking about the last 5 minutes of the game in the fourth quarter in a playoff setting. And I think Kyle Kuzma would actually raise the ceiling of the team. there's situations where who are we gonna put on Giannis? Who are we gonna put on Tobias Harris or James Harden? Who's the tall wing that you can identify on the Knicks roster where if the other team has a tall wing, we could get somebody who will match up with them perfectly. The one thing I ask people about is mainly for my older coworkers is uh, what do you think about Kyle Kuzma? Now, once again, my older coworker, he's a diehard Lakers fan, and I asked him about Kyle Kuzma yesterday. Yeah, I asked him about Kyle Kuzma yesterday, and but even today, he said, "Yo, he don't really want Kyle Kuzma like that because he felt like Kyle Kuzma would fuck up the team chemistry and the team dynamic." And what I mean by team chemistry and team dynamic, he said that he thinks that Kyle Kuzma would be the type to come to the Knicks in the Knicks uniform, and he felt like Kyle Kuzma try to take over the team. And I kind of agree with him with that to an extent. I don't know how Kyle Kuzma's personality per se. I don't know his personality. I know he's loud and flamboyant. Um I know that he understands like what to do on the court. I know that Kyle Kuzma is the type of person that he could play on ball, off ball. He could rebound really well. He could score for himself. He could get his own bucket. But the main thing is that he's 6'10", and he's a matchup nightmare in the playoffs. I'm just thinking playoffs. I'm not thinking regular season. I don't care about the averages right now. I don't care if he comes here and RJ Barrett's averages get lowered. That I don't care about. If you can get positive value, literally for Cam Reddish, Evan Fournier, and Derrick Rose in any type of way, shape, or form, you have to take that and you have to run with it. It reminds me of the 2004 Pistons when they got Rasheed Wallace at the trade deadline. Now they got Rasheed Wallace and he took them over the top. He put them over the hump. Rasheed Wallace was one of the reasons why they won the championship. I'm not saying that the Knicks are championship contenders right now. I'm just saying that we just need an extra piece for a player. We just need an extra piece in this rotation, preferably a wing who can guard taller wings on the other team, and a guy who has playoff experience. That's another thing too. Kyle Kuzma also played in the playoffs. He played in multiple playoff games. He played in more playoff games than Julius Randle. So that's another thing that you got to consider, and also you have to consider Kyle. You have to consider Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson in the playoff setting. I don't want teams hunting him every time down the court. Uh, so I feel like the fit with Kuzma, with Grimes, and all of those guys, I think it would be great. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I would not. I would start Kuzma over Quinn Grimes, me personally, and move RJ to the 2. Or you can easily have Kyle Kuzma come off the bench, or you could start Kyle Kuzma in the playoff setting with Julius Randle. It depends on what you want to do. But I like my team to be versatile. I like the versatility so far. That Jericho Sims and Isaiah Hardenstein lineup, that shit is not flying in no playoff setting whatsoever. It's nice in the regular season. Don't get me wrong. In the regular season, you could have those funky lineups with the two tall centers and two guys who could barely space the floor. But when it comes to that playoff, man, when the playoffs hit, man, they is not running no two big tall ass centers and one that shoots under 30% from three. The other just don't want to take a three at all. Hopefully they find that extra wing. I'm looking at a wing. I don't care about the guards. I don't care if he's a guard, but I need a tall wing. I give you an example. I was just talking to my coworker, and he was talking to me about the Pelicans, and the first two names that I run off straight to him when talking about the Pelicans was Herb Jones and Trey Murphy III. Trey Jones and Trey Murphy III is two tall wings who could protect Zion Williamson, who is a horrendous defender. A lot of people who watch the Pelicans, he can't defend a ghost if it smacked him. He can't. But he's a generational talent. Um, but they got tall wings who can protect Zion Williamson. Tall wings who can hide Zion Williamson's weaknesses and mask his weaknesses. I have yet to see Zion take a mid-range jumper. People love this. He got to add more to his bag. John Morant, love John Morant. He's cool, but I'm throwing salt in the wound. John Morant will not last in the NBA past 6 years if he keep playing the way he's playing. I watched Baron Davis. I watched Derrick Rose. I watched all these athletic point guards come up as me as a kid growing up. Them dudes don't last after 27 years old. You get you a good 6 years of prime athletic jumping, woo, wow, wee, woo. But then that skill come into play. And if you're not skilled enough, I don't think your game will last long. Being an athletic point guard in today's NBA or just in general in the NBA, I think that's one of the most scariest things, man, is when your best player relies on athleticism and he does not rely on skill. Uh, and it's not common to find a player who's both athletic and who is both skilled. Those players don't come around often. For example, like Jason Tatum, he's very athletic, but he is very skilled. I remember I was watching Tatum at Duke a couple years ago, and I was with my coworker, and I looked at my coworker. I said, "Yo, don't this tall dude remind you of Tracy McGrady, bro? Like the way he moved, dude, his hand was too elite for his size. Like he reminded me of Tracy McGrady a little bit." And OG was like, "Nah, Tatum, he's up next." And it's crazy, like how a couple of years later, Tatum literally he is so talented, bro. He is so skilled, but he is athletic as hell, and he defends both sides of the ball. That's another thing too. Like I love players who play both sides of the ball. I love players who give a shit about defense. Defense is the thing that I grew up on. Defense is what wins championships. The Warriors did not win no championship last season because of offense. They won the championship because of defense. Literally, Andrew Wiggins made Jason Tatum look like James Posey in a 7-game series. Literally, shut him down. Even Stephen Curry was playing defense. Uh, so defense for me to really rock with you, and for me to really think that you're a
And,
but
and hey, Steak, can I cut in real quick?
yeah, y'all can cut it, yo, bro. First of
Because
all,
you
there's
brought up
no
you brought
hand
up
Oh
raising.
defense.
man, Charlotte.
There's
You
no
you
hand
brought up
raising. Just cut me off. There's no hand raising, Tramal. Go ahead.
you brought up defense, and I first of all I agree with your take as far as Kyle Kuzma. You know that we already chopped it up on.
Tramal, you
You
going
hear
in?
me? I got a call, man. So I had to you know what I'm
All
saying.
right.
But I agree with your Kyle Kuzma take. We already chopped it up on that. And the way I look at it is, in our second unit, we need another shot creator because if Emmanuel quickly, if he's not hitting his shots, which he hasn't the last couple of games, we have zero shot creation in that second unit. And offensively, their second unit is not helping us. Kyle Kuzma can play like a J.R. Smith type of role when we had him as a six-man, super six-man. You know what I'm saying? Playing starters minutes that, you can give him the ball, get some buckets, who can get some shot creation in that second unit. So that's the way I envision Kyle Kuzma, and I envision him that way because specifically you brought up defense. What Quentin Grimes does, and I think it goes unnoticed, is Tom Thibodeau puts him on the most lethal perimeter scorer on the opposing team, right? That's not something that RJ Barrett can do anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel comfortable with RJ guarding the Ja Morants or, those Trey Youngs or those guys like that. Quentin Grimes is the guy that does that. And if you look at the defensive field goal percentage against when he's guarding these guys, even last night against Halliburton, you know what I'm saying? He pretty much he does his job against them. He limits them. So Quentin Grimes to me is a mainstay in that starting unit because of what he brings on a defense and also that timely shooting. I also agree with the Knicks recap that he still has a bag that we haven't seen yet, but we just got to be a little bit more patient as Knicks fans in order to see that bag. We got to understand Quentin Grimes is basically still a rookie. He hasn't played 82 games yet. You know what I'm saying? I think he's still in the 60s as far as games played. So we just need to be a little bit more patient for his development as far as shot creation, putting the ball on the floor, playmaking, and all that stuff. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. We just need to have a little bit more patience with that. But I look at Kyle Kuzma as the perfect fit for what the Knicks currently need in order to continue progressing forward for that bench. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. We need a wing. We need a versatile wing who can play the two through four, who can play defense, who can hit threes, who can play make. He can do all that, and like you said, he has a playoff experience. He's played with elite players. He knows the game. He's a smart player. You know what I'm saying? And also on top of that, he has relationships in the building. He's CAA. You know what I'm saying? So I think if they trade for him, your coworker, I think your coworker probably didn't understand, didn't realize that. If Leon,
His coworker's a Lakers fan. His coworker's a Lakers fan. He's hoping that he doesn't go to the Knicks because he wants him to go on the Lakers. Because the rumor is that Kyle Kuzma wants to go to a bigger market. So the Knicks and the Lakers are there. I'm not saying the Lakers are going to maybe give up one of their first round picks in 2027 or 2029. But if they fold, all the way down, which could definitely happen with Anthony Davis out for a month plus, who knows what desperation is going to do to that team. So, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen right there, but I got to say, with both of y'all, Brownsville and State, for me, the only free agent that I want the Knicks to go after right now, if available and depending on cost, is Kyle Kuzma. Because I think he is the absolute perfect fit for what this Knicks team needs. I hope he would come off the bench. I think he would push the start, and it's hard to argue with that. I mean, it's just hard to argue with Kyle Kuzma starting. His numbers are ridiculous this season. I think he's having career highs in nearly every single statistic that you can imagine. He shoots the three, he passes the ball, and he shoots three well. By the way, let's not get it twisted. He's a great shooter, so he can shoot, and he can rebound very well. He can pass the ball. He's a playmaker. Having that off your bench, if he agreed to that, would be amazing. It's like basically replacing a star with a star. When you got Randall out and you got Kuzma in, what are you doing against that? That's an elite team.
Listen, man, I demand that you and Tramel tell me why the fuck y'all keep mentioning him coming off the bench. Why?
well,
No,
because
don't
I
get me
just
wrong.
I just articulated, State,
Uh-huh.
that Quentin Grimes, what his responsibility is defensively,
Uh-huh.
no one else can duplicate that. We got to remember, Jalen Brunson, although his defense the last few games have been solid,
Uh-huh.
he's short. He's 5'10", 5'11". He's not going to be a guy that you're going to put on the opposing team's best perimeter player.
No.
RJ Barrett is better guarding the bigger wings, not the smaller guards. So you need Quentin Grimes to be your point of attack defender who can shut down the defense from the perimeter standpoint and keep Mitchell Robinson, who is playing all NBA level defense right now. He's playing the best defense of any center in the NBA right now. And a big reason that's happening is because he's staying out of foul trouble, State. The reason why he's staying out of foul trouble is because Quentin Grimes is being able to stay in front of guys and forcing guys to give up the basketball and forcing guys to take ill-advised jump shots. That's what's happening. So that's why I believe that the Knicks are going to keep Quentin Grimes in that role no matter what. And if they do trade
100%.
for a wing, and I believe they will trade for a wing, even if it's Kyle Kuzma, he's CAA. There's a relationship in the building, and where Leon can sit down with him and tell him, look, we're going to get you paid. Don't worry about that. You're going to get your minutes. You're going to get your shots. You're going to get the shine, and you're going to get the shine in the playoffs. But what we need you to accept right now is this super six-man role to where you can play make, you can score off of the bench, and continue to shine like that. And then you're going to help elevate us as a team going forward. And I think if he accepts that role, the Knicks will be elevated. The roster will be enhanced by that move.
So two things, right? Kyle Kuzma is proven he is an NBA champion, right? So there's no way on no planet you're starting Quentin Grimes over Kyle Kuzma. If we're just talking about the respect, we're talking about the locker room. It's no way you're fucking starting Quentin Grimes over Kyle Kuzma. But let me give you a playoff scenario. This is why you would start Kyle Kuzma over Quentin Grimes, right? Can you imagine Quentin Grimes trying to guard Kyrie Irving for 7 fucking games in the playoffs. That soft man, he will get 8 up.
I,
8
I have
up.
more confidence with Quentin Grimes
Stay. Hold
guarding
up.
Kyrie
Hold
Irving
up.
than any other Knicks defender. I'm gonna tell
Hold
you.
up.
I'm gonna tell you that. I have more confidence in Quentin Grimes guarding any of those guards than any other Knicks player.
Brother,
And even if we traded for
Stay.
Kyle Kuzma,
You would
talking
start
playoffs.
Kyle Kuzma over Quentin Grimes.
We talking playoffs or we talking Nick fandom? We talking playoffs. Kyrie will hang 50 on Grimes' ass in a playoff setting.
What are you
You know the
talking
playoffs?
what
about?
the
Quentin
hell you
Grimes?
think he's gonna do against Kyle Kuzma? Are you
Yeah,
crazy?
But
Steve, are you
but
on?
stay.
You always say this to people. Are you on drugs?
No. I think y'all not listening. I think y'all not
I'm listening. You
playoff.
would start Kyle Kuzma in a playoff series over Quentin Grimes. That's
Yes.
an awful take.
Yo. You know what else is
Awful.
take? That Quentin Grimes will hold Kyrie Irving under 20 in every single one of those games. Now,
Quentin
either he,
Grimes
Stay.
is our best defender on the
yo,
team. There's a
but he
reason
is.
he's starting.
But do y'all understand the point I'm trying to make?
What?
He's a soft.
Stay. Can I get? Oh man, State. We got to give you some numbers, brother. Little State, man.
I don't.
Listen,
Someone pull up the numbers. I'm trying to get them now.
Stars when guarded by Quentin Grimes this
Oh,
season. Luka Doncic 8 points, 3 of 10 field goal, 3
Talk
turnovers.
about it.
Devin Booker 8 points, 3 of 9 field goal, 1 of 6 from the 2-point free goal line. SGA, who's probably most improved player this year, 9 points, 2 of 9 from the field goal line. Trey Young, who wore his freaking King of Broadway shoes with us, right? 6 points, 3 of 9 field goal, 0 of 2 for 3-point line. That's Ice Trey, who used to drop it on us, State.
so question. Are you giving me regular season stats? And I'm telling
I
you,
can't give
That's
I
all
can't
we
give
can
you
give
Grimes
you.
stats.
We can't
I
give you
can't give you
regular
Grimes
season
stats in the
stats.
playoffs,
That's an
State.
awful
You've never been to the
State. That's an
playoffs.
awful take. Literally, I think that's one of your all-time, maybe worst takes this year. Worst take.
hold on. Hold on.
Terrible.
So I know
Awful.
I'm hearing y'all correctly. Hold the fuck up. So y'all
I'm hearing you
motherfuckers will
correctly.
put. Hold on. Yes, I
You
said that.
said Kyle Kuzma in a playoff series you'd
Yes.
rather start over Quentin Grimes.
Are you kidding? Yes. Because who is Grimes guarding? He's not.
What are you
He's not.
talking about?
Yo, do you know who Kyrie Irving is? Are we Knick fans or do y'all
Yeah,
got
this
Knick
is
fans out
crazy.
there?
Maybe you went out for a smoke. It's
This is
totally
crazy.
okay.
Oh, bro, I don't need to.
That's an awful
But
take.
wait,
I
hold on,
don't know.
but let's
Maybe I'm
not wait.
stupid.
But let's not disrespect Kyle Kuzma either, because to State's point, right? This season alone, though, he's having career highs: 21.4 points, field goal percentage is 46.2%, assists is 3.6, and it's over 35 minutes per game. He's balling out this season as well too. To State's point, I can understand why he would want to start Kuzma, not only because of the
But
playoff
not over
experience.
Grimes. Not over
Well,
Grimes.
but listen here, though, State. If you do that, then you push Barrett to the 2. You want Barrett guarding Kyrie?
Who's they two?
Because look, he's gonna switch,
Steph
bro.
Curry.
Kyrie's gonna switch,
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna
and
put it
Seth
like
Curry might be that guy.
so. Let me put it to you like this, right? R.J. Barrett, the number 3 overall pick. You guard your man, Jalen Brunson. You better face guard Kyrie Irving, or I'm putting Kyle Kuzma. But see, here's the fucked up thing about it. I didn't even mention Ben Simmons yet, right? The 6'10", the 6'10" point guard. Who the fuck is gonna guard him? I'm not putting Quentin.
Yo, you ain't got. You can put Mitchell Robinson on him.
What?
Like that
No,
dude can't shoot. He can't shoot for
He
shit.
gonna get Mitch in
but,
foul trouble.
but you're gonna get Mitch in foul trouble because now
Yo, you ain't gotta guard him. That's what I'm saying. It
no.
don't matter who guarding him.
Yeah,
He
until
can't
he start
shoot.
making 10-footer floaters.
Nah, his passes are nuts this season. I don't know, Browns, if you watching, man, he's not had a great offensive year, but he's still a stellar passer. He's finding people
But
inside, and he can definitely
we
get fouls
talking
like
about
that,
Ben
though.
Simmons in the playoffs. Like, come on now. He has
Yeah,
history.
but it's
Hold on,
not
We
hold
like
know what
Harden
he
to where
does
we
in the
seen.
playoffs.
on. I don't know who Ma is. I muted everybody. I don't know who Ma is, but when you come in my crib, bro, you better wait your turn, bro. You don't come in my crib and just cut over anybody. You gotta wait your turn, bro. Tremel been in the crib. All these people been in the crib. They've been chilling already. You just stepped in here, so you show some respect, brother. And wait until I call upon your name, brother, or Stan call upon your name. Don't be disrespectful like that, Ma. Come on, man. Come on, Ma. Nah, I'm fucking with you, Ma. How you doing, man? I'm fucking with you. Nah,
State. That was a terrible take. You can admit it though, right?
Ma, what up?
Wait, hold on. Charlotte, I don't think you're listening. So I got to mute everybody for you to listen, right? Take your Knick fan goggles off. Stop being a Knick fan for once and be a basketball fan. There is no coach on this planet who is starting Quentin Grimes versus the Brooklyn Nets in a playoff series. Well, you have Kyle Kuzma, who has championship experience, who already been in those situations. And you're starting Quentin Grimes, a second-year sophomore, and you're telling Quentin Grimes, hey, I want you to go out there and I want you to guard Kyrie Irving. I want you to go out there and I want you to switch off.
Look, they're both Knicks.
No,
They
no,
both
no.
Knicks. They
And
both
I'm
Knicks,
starting
Shorty.
Quinn Grimes. What?
They
Someone's
both
noise is
Knicks.
really
Introduce you to
bad.
Tom Thibodeau, State. Let me
We're
Someone's
very
introduce you to
pleased to
Tom
have
Thibodeau.
both players on
Tom
our
Thibodeau
team.
is going to do that.
Who's
He's
going to be a
going to do
nice addition?
exactly
We're pleased.
that.
terrible take by State. Yeah, I'm starting Quentin Grimes over Kyle
Because,
Kuzma in a playoff series versus the
yo,
Brooklyn Nets.
so if you start Quentin Grimes on Kyrie Irving
Look
and
at the stats in
I
seven. Look
don't
at the stats.
care about regular season, Charlotte. We're talking about playoffs. I watched
But
Kyrie
doesn't the
Irving.
regular season determine your playoffs?
No, it does not because we was 4-0 versus the Hawks a couple years ago and we got smashed in the playoffs. So that regular season shit don't really matter.
That's crazy,
Hey,
man.
State. Can we put a bet on this, man? Because I'm willing to bet right now that Quentin Grimes does not lose his starting spot this
Thank
season at
you.
all. Let's put some money. You want to
I'm
put
not
20
putting
on it?
money on that.
Let's do it. Let's do a
Put
little
20
bet.
on it. Put 20 on it, bro.
I'm not putting money on that.
If you put,
No, that's money to lose. Why?
who they
Why is he
trade
gonna put
for?
money to lose? He's not gonna put money to lose down. That don't make no
I don't
sense.
I don't know if the Knicks will make a trade because anybody they trade for, that person is immediately starting.
So let's put money
So
on it.
Sadiq Bey is starting.
Put
Wait,
20 on
if
it.
they trade for Sadiq Bey, he's starting them.
That I don't know.
You said
That
if they
It's
trade for
different for
somebody, they're gonna
Sadiq.
start. That's what
It's
you just said.
different for Sadiq,
no
of
matter of fact,
course.
start Sadiq Bey, matter of fact, because MSG Politics is undefeated. They would try to say, oh, we just traded for him. We're trying to get him acclimated. Let's start him out. Yeah, because I could see Sadiq Bey starting over him. But at the same time, we talking playoffs. My coach is Tom Thibodeau. There is no way in hell Thomas Thibodeau will come out in a playoff series and ask Quentin Grimes to guard Kyrie Irving out of the gate. Charlotte,
What a bad take by State. What
you're
an
asking
awful take.
you're asking,
Terrible.
okay,
Trash.
so
Thibodeau would absolutely ask him to do that. He's been
That's
asking
what
him
I'm
to do that
saying
all
to you.
season.
it's regular season.
All season, he's guarding the best. Ever
Yep.
since he's been playing consistently,
Watch who
he's
he
guarded
guards
their
on
best
Golden State.
player.
Watch who he guards tomorrow. Watch, State.
Yo, that,
Watch.
this regular season hustle that y'all talk. See, Tibbs is starting to bleed into y'all, man. Tibbs is such a regular season hustler. Y'all not even mentioning the playoffs. Y'all just talking about regular season stats and giving me regular season stats. Grimes will get his ass bust in the playoffs if they dare try to put Kyrie Irving on Grimes. Because I can only imagine that the Nets will put Grimes in consistent pick and rolls with Kevin Durant. So you're asking my second year forward, my second year wing to guard Kyrie Irving and
Yep.
fucking
Yep.
Kevin. Oh, I am
So
not.
you want R.J. Barrett guarding him then?
Well, he's in his fourth year. He better earn that money.
He can't. Quentin Grimes is one of our
That's
best
not the point,
defenders,
though.
State.
State. Do you
Oh
want
my
R.J. or do you want
God.
Grimes on him? Do you want R.J. or do you want Grimes on Kyrie today? Which one would you rather
Playoff
have?
in a playoff setting.
Sure, playoff setting. Grimes or RJ today in a playoff setting against Kyrie. Which one do you choose as the coach?
I plead the fifth. I'm putting Jalen Brunson on.
What the-
Boo.
I'm not.
Come on, man. Come on,
I'm
State.
not. I'm not gonna
Terrible
lie.
take.
I'm not gonna.
Terrible. Trash.
I'm not.
Basura.
I'm not gonna lie. I would trust Grimes, bro, to guard Kyrie.
Thank you, Kev.
Thank you, Kev.
Thank you, Kev.
Hold on. Kev. I just got at Maul for coming in the crib and not announcing himself. How the fuck you come in my crib and do the same thing Maul just did? God damn. Nah, I'm fucking with you, Kev. I appreciate you pulling up. Yo, young you, I see you. I appreciate y'all pulling up. I don't know. I'm trying to keep myself in a good
bro.
mood.
Look, man. Look, I see what you're saying. Right, State. I see what you're saying. I would also think that Tom Thibodeau would start Kyle Kuzma. I wouldn't be surprised, but then I wouldn't be surprised if he sits there and keeps Grimes in the starting lineup. Like it
Thank
could
you.
be an either or. I would put more faith in a Kyle Kuzma, in my opinion, bro. Because if we're being honest, Kyle Kuzma has that championship experience. Like that really goes a long way. Like when you have championship experience, and it's nothing against Grimes. I understand he's the best defender on the team. I'm not sitting here and I'm not gonna harp on Grimes. But when you have championship experience, that goes a long way. And let's not act like Kyle Kuzma is sorry on defense too. He's not sorry. Like he's actually a very good 3-and-D wing. If you go watch the Washington games, and I'm telling you, actually go watch the Washington games. You will see Kuzma is actually playing amazing defense, good to amazing defense, just as good as Grimes. So we got to stop acting like Grimes is like this god set of a defender where he has to sit here and guard the best players all the time, bro. You're asking a sophomore player. You're asking a sophomore player, and there's no harp on Grimes. You're asking a sophomore player. Like it's not like he's 5 years in. A sophomore player to guard Kyrie Irving, and let's just not say guard Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Middleton, like there's a but like Jimmy Butler. You're asking him to guard the best players in every playoff series in 7 games. You're gonna really have him do that? There's gonna be a struggle because you also gotta understand, bro. It's the playoffs. The setting is different. The atmosphere is different as well. So when you sit here and you talk about Quentin Grimes, and I get it, Quentin Grimes is a good player. He's a good defender. He's looking like he could be more than a 3-and-D guy. Or more, he could looking like he could be a two-way player. But when you sit here and you gaslight these players, it's not gonna look well. So while I do think yes, I would have trust in Grimes guarding Kyrie, but in a 7-game playoff series, that's a little bit like iffy because Kyrie, because like come on guys, like this is a star
How's
we're
it
talking about. This is
gaslighting?
not like
How's it gaslighting? How's it gaslighting
no,
though?
no, no. This is not like because, but you're gaslighting the regular season, and I get it's the regular season. We're looking good. We're on.
He got
Hold
no
on, hold
playoff
on, hold
experience.
on,
He
hold
never
on, hold
played.
on. It's a 7-game. We're on a 7-game win streak. I'm happy we're on a 7-game win streak. I like that we're playing the kids. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Quentin Grimes now. He's starting. He's getting his 3-point shot. His 3-point shot is coming back. It's starting to fall. He's doing the little things. I love it. I have no harp on Grimes. But when you sit here and you gaslight that he can guard Kyrie Irving in a 7-game series, that's crazy. You're asking a sophomore. It's not like he's in his 3rd year, his 4th year. This is a sophomore.
I
You're
think one of the
believing
biggest
in
too.
hold on, see. You're believing in Grimes' ability too much. And this is what we mean that this is what state means where you have to just take off the goggles and actually understand and really come to the realization that while Grimes is a good defender, he's just not that guy yet. He has yet to
I
have
think
playoff
no.
experience
I think the
to be
biggest thing.
guarding a
Hold on,
Kyrie
Kev.
Irving.
Hold
You
on,
get what I'm
Kev. I
saying?
think I understand what you're saying. I think the biggest thing is pause. Is the same day that Quentin Grimes returned back to the starting lineup. Guess who else returned back to the starting lineup? All defensive NBA center Mitchell Robinson. So Mitchell Robinson has a lot to do with what's going on right now. Matter of fact, if I gotta attribute this win streak to one person, that person is Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson has single-handedly transformed the Knicks defense. Uh, the thing about one of the biggest things that bothers me about Cam Reddish is when he started, he never got a chance to run with Mitchell Robinson, and that really bothers me a lot. The fact that Quentin Grimes is he's taking on the best offensive players on the other team, it's cool, but let's not forget the fact that he has a 7'1" monster on the back end of the defense who is actually communicating well, who's actually proven his worth. And Mitchell Robinson's worth was never really points for me. Like I would like to say that he averages a double double and gloat to other fans about that. But Mitchell Robinson, his impact to me is 3 box scores, and it is rebounding, it's steals, and it's blocks. And as long as those three is up to par, I have no issue with Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson should be an
And
all
stay
NBA.
for the state. And real quick, I agree with you too. Like I said to Charlotte's point and to Troy's point, I have no problems with trusting Grimes. But when you sit here and you really like for real, I honestly I'm telling y'all, really take off the fan goggles and actually just watch, like just really like listen. When you sit, you're really asking a sophomore to guard Kyrie Irving. That's a big task. It's not like Grimes had experience doing that, especially in the playoffs. The playoffs is a different setting. I promise y'all, if we get to the playoffs and Grimes, I knock on wood because I don't wish it to happen because I fucking hate the Nets and I hate that fan base. When they sit there and he gets smacked for 2 games straight by Kyrie Irving, we're gonna look back on this conversation and we're gonna be like, yeah, like I'm gonna be like, yeah, you was wrong. That's why I be saying, like, calm down, take the Knicks fan goggles, really come to a realization that our young players especially, are not that good yet to sit there and be trusting him to get the hardest assignments. Y'all guys
So
gotta
so
like
so
really
what I
Wait,
will say is
understand
can
that.
I
what I
can I
will
can
say
I
is
jump in
real
real
quick.
quick?
Yeah, of course, you real quick. What I will say is in the you could go is I think the most positive thing from a situation like that, putting Quentin Grimes on Kyrie Irving in a playoff series, is he get the experience. Like for example, I trust Quentin Grimes to guard James Harden in a 7 game series. That's why I want Philadelphia first in the playoffs, and I feel like Philadelphia is the biggest playoff fluky team that we can go against. I don't trust Quentin Grimes versus Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is he's a different animal than James Harden. Like it listen, the playoffs, this shit cool and all. Like the regular numbers is sweet. I've seen the regular numbers myself. There's no planet, no multiverse. I'm putting Quentin Grimes on fucking Kyrie Irving for a 7 game series, knowing that he is a sophomore. I'm putting a vet on Kyrie Irving. I'm not putting a sophomore on
Now
Kyrie
I'm
Irving.
not.
The
Now
pieces
say
are kind of different.
say real quick. Like now I'm not saying
And
now
young,
I'm not saying
hold on, Kev.
Grimes.
And young you,
I don't know
hold
why the years matter. By the way, I have no idea what the years. The numbers should matter more than the years. But go
No, no,
ahead.
no. It's
on.
not. It's but the numbers can also, like, you gotta understand, Troy. I have no problem. Like, I would trust Grimes, but not to the extent that you guys are like really trusting him. Like, I'm not sitting there and saying, Grimes, you going, like, I need you to hold Kyrie Irving to a certain extent. I'm not telling Grimes, yo, you have the Kyrie assignment for the whole fucking series, the whole series. You guarded him. That's crazy, especially from a sophomore who has no playoff experience. That's
It,
what we're trying to
it's
get to you. Take off the Knicks fan goggles, and I'm not coming at y'all because I love y'all. I love Charlotte, and I love you, Troy. I just all love at the end of the day. But really just
right.
understand and take it off for a second and be like, all right, maybe they're right. He's a sophomore, so maybe I shouldn't put all my trust in him, but I will put like 60% trust. Like, I will sit like 60, 70, cool. But put 100% trust in a sophomore who has no playoff experience, especially from a championship player like Kyrie Irving. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, like I just all of the notions about it. That shit is crazy. Young you, man, what's up, man?
What's
What's
going
up?
on? What's
What's up?
going on, good people? Appreciate letting me on the stage and whatnot. Um, on playoff basketball, right? Defense is not a one man job ever. There isn't a name, especially when you're dealing with talents like Kyrie Irving, like of that caliber. There is not one name in the league you can say, "Hey, you got Kyrie, and we chilling." We saw him give Drew Holiday the business a couple years back, but then last year we saw him get swept. And what's the difference between last year and the year before? The year before, they said, "Hey, Drew Holiday, you got Kyrie, and we'll figure out how to guard KD around that." Last year, they played great team defense. The Celtics played great team defense and swept them. So this talk of Quentin Grimes, you're not going to put Quentin Grimes on Kyrie. To me, that's a red herring because it would be Kyrie Irving versus the New York Knicks. In fact, the only way to beat the Nets, period, in general, right? Like throughout their playoff history, is you got to beat them as a team. Because if you're going to try and outgun them one guy for one guy, you will always fall short. Whenever the Knicks lose to the Nets, in fact, I don't think we beat the Nets in the KD era. We always lose because maybe it's Julius Randle one day or whoever's the star at the time decides I want to go one on one with KD, and we always lose that because like that's why you get a KD, that's why you get a Kyrie. They're the best in the league for a reason. So as far as playoffs go, we should be saying, all right, how can we get a lineup filled with 5 rangy guys who have length, who can help, who can show, who can switch, because all that, I put this guy on Kyrie, it doesn't matter. As soon as he sets a screen with Nick Claxton and now you have Mitchell Robinson on him, or he sets a screen with KD and now you have Julius Randle on him. Like, whoever Kyrie wants in front of him is who's going to be in front of him. We should be talking defensive schemes. How do we guard dominant ball handlers? How do we guard shooting teams? How do we guard post players? Like, we have some weaknesses on this team defensively that we could talk about. That's more because we're smart basketball minds here. We know better than to think, oh, one person guards one person and that's it. That's not playoff basketball.
Thank you, Young. That's a great take, Young. I basically was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say that everybody has their person, they man, right? That they have to be on. But when it comes down to star players, like they do against other star players, they throw double teams at them. They did the same thing to DeMar. When somebody's hot, they're gonna throw a double team at them. If Kyrie's cooking Grimes, it's not only gonna be Grimes guarding him at that point. They're gonna throw other people at him. That's part of team defense, team basketball. So absolutely, I understand that. At the same time, Kev, I just want to say one thing and say I'll give it right back to you. You can only look at what you see. So you're right. You're right. I'm not saying at the end of the day that Grimes could control Kyrie like we've seen Grimes handle some of the stars. But I only have the games that Grimes has played consistently to look at. I don't got playoff games for him to look at. So if I'm just looking at those stats alone, and I'm gonna hopefully see it consistently go through the season, I'm looking at stuff. I'm saying, wow. Every time I put Grimes on the other player's best player, they don't do as well. If I'm a coach and I'm playing a playoff series, I might want to put that player on the star on the other team because I might get that same result. And I get the playoffs are different, but you have to use something as a basis to make those decisions if you have no experience. So you have to use the season to do
Troy,
that. And unfortunately,
no, and Troy, and I agree with you. Like, trust me, like I agree with you. My whole point is like, I just don't want y'all to put all y'all trust into like a sophomore. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying don't put any trust in him. I would put like 70% of the trust in Grimes. Like, I would sit there and be like, all right, Grimes, this is the playoffs. Just do your best out there. You get what I'm saying? I'm not telling him guard because if he gets cooked, it's gonna look bad. You get what I'm saying? Because he's a sophomore and Kyrie has done it before where he's cooked the best defenders in the league. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm not saying don't put any trust in Grimes, but don't put all your trust in Grimes because then we're gonna come back at y'all and we're gonna be like, yeah, this was a terrible take. Like, you get what I'm saying, Troy? It's nothing crazy. It's just don't put all your trust in the sophomore player. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. While his defensive
Yo,
numbers in the regular season
here's
looks good, the playoffs, like you
Kev.
said, is different.
Look, now listen to this, right? You got Kyrie Irving, right? Imagine Kyrie Irving calling for a screen, and Julius Randle's coming up with Kevin Durant. How you gonna leave my man Grimes in no man's land like that? I am not. Man, listen, man. I was talking to my coworker about it. He said he trusts Grimes to guard Kyrie. I am not putting Quentin Grimes on Kyrie Irving.
I'm not putting Quentin Grimes on KD either. I'm not putting up KD either because like it's like, you get what I'm saying. It's a whole thing. Like, Kyrie's done it even against Cleveland. Like, Kyrie's done it against the Warriors in 2016. Like, he hit the shot because he got what he wanted. He got Curry on him, hit the little step back. Game. That was game from them. Like, this is why I be saying like Kyrie can really sit there and do a pick and roll, get what he wanted. They even put Klay Thompson on him and he was cooking him.
Real
So,
quick though,
Kyrie's
Kev, real quick. How did he get swept last year? What was the game plan? What was the formula?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't even know what the formula is, bro. The Celtics was just that good of a team. They was just a championship team. They were like the number one defense. I think that they were the number one defense after the All-Star break. So I'm not. Well, yes, bro. Like, what I said is not really like feasible, but Kyrie has done it times, bro, where he can get the matchups he wants. Like State says, if he gets Julius Randle on him, he's gonna cook. But if Julius Randle plays great defense on Kyrie, guess who's Quentin Grimes on? Kevin Durant. Now he has a tougher assignment. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's a little bit of, don't put all your trust into him.
What you're saying is the Nets stars are elite, and we're gonna have trouble guarding them. Which I think we knew that. That's why the Nets stars and the Nets stars, right? Like, we've seen it time and time again.
Of course.
But like, all right, let's take that conversation to the next level, right? So, how do you attack a team like the Nets? Number one, you don't have any offensive liabilities on the floor, right? That's one thing Boston did last year. Even though, yeah, they had the defensive player of the year and they had a good rim protector, they also always attacked. So now you make a Kyrie Irving play defense, right? Like, because it's a 7 game series, that wears on you if you're playing tough physical basketball. I think one thing I like about this team during the 7 game win streak is nobody's letting themselves be a bum. Nobody's saying you don't have to guard me. Everybody's actually pitching in. I'm seeing Deuce McBride take jump shots off the first pass, and I'm like, you know what? I like that because you're open. We might not get a better shot that possession than Deuce McBride wing 3-pointer or corner three. I'm cool with that as long as it's in the flow of the offense. But if we're trying to match up talent for talent against other good teams, nah, that's not how this team is built. This team is built to be a unit, right? We talk about the almighty fourth seed season. Understand that, like, after that almighty fourth seed season, the front office said, okay, let's try and fix what happened. So instead of Reggie Bullock, let's go with Evan Fournier. But what they messed up was you need defense to be able to get that far. They said, all right, instead of Alfred Payton, let's go with Kemba Walker. Same mistake, and Kemba Walker's knees didn't hold up the whole year. So they said, all right, fine, we messed up, cool. Julius Randle also had a bad year because the help wasn't helping, but he also was missing shots. So Cinderella turned back into a pumpkin real quick. That's fine. Now we come to 2022. Okay, now you have Jalen Brunson, a guy putting up all-star level numbers, so you can't not guard him. Now you have Quentin Grimes instead of Reggie. Look, think about it. Don't compare Quentin Grimes to what we think Cam Reddish is, or what we think RJ Barrett is, or the other stars, or I've heard people call him young Klay Thompson. Maybe, maybe not. I don't care. That's not the point. Compare him to Reggie Bullock in 2020.
I think Grimes is Tony Allen with a jump shot, but go ahead.
Hey, you know what? Tony Allen with a jump
Hold
shot.
on, Kev. Hold on. Let him figure his
Yo, he's cooking.
Uncle
Young is
Phil, bro.
cooking right
Yo,
now,
where you
bro.
been, bro? Where you been?
Brother,
You
cooking,
are
man.
I
cooking
just be
right
listening
now.
and working, man.
But
But yeah, compare
finish
compare
cooking. Finish
compare him
cooking.
to Reggie Bullock in 2020, and say, okay, remember we faced the Hawks that year, and they put Trae Young on Reggie Bullock, and Reggie Bullock couldn't do nothing, and so Trae Young got to chill on defense and score 40 on offense, and that whole nonsense started. He can't do that with Quentin Grimes. He simply can't, because Quentin Grimes, if you're late on a closeout, he's hitting a shot, and if you close out, he's attacking the basket. So then you're putting guys like Clint Capella in foul trouble, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Also, you look around the East right now, outside of the Bucks and the Celtics, and you know what? I'm gonna add the Nets to that because I respect KD and Kyrie so much. Outside of that, everybody's kind of sus. They might have a star. There's mad teams built like the Mavericks where they have a star and a bunch of guys who like would be Knicks in the down years. Like, you got a bunch of Tim Hardaway Jr. clones all over the league. You got a bunch of Frank Ntilikina's honestly stealing minutes here and there. And then once in a while you have a good spark like a Maxey or maybe a Melton. The Hawks have DeJounte Murray, but guys that, like, okay, they can do something. But at the end of the day, none of these teams, talent-wise, other than the elite teams, are that much better than the Knicks. So when we think about this team, we got to think about the whole unit, not just individuals. Because when we think about individuals, we're mid. We're mid, and our record shows it. But when we
But
play
even
good basketball as a team, when we play good team basketball,
I was with you until you said our record shows that we're mid. We're currently better than half
hold
the
yeah,
on,
league.
no,
So
no.
yo
When I
yo
say
young.
when I say mid is like
Hottest team in
we're
the
still a
league.
five. We're
yes.
still a 500-ish team, right? Like, it's not like
Yo young.
I think.
Man,
Look, you was
hottest team in the
cooking,
we're
league.
bro.
still a 500-ish
You
team.
was
So like,
absolutely cooking
so
until
Oh
that
so
part.
man, I never
But
seen a
that's just my
fumble so
opinion. You
hard.
still
nah,
cooking. You
I
still
forgot
cooking.
I was in the
I'm
Knicks
sorry.
space, so I got to be careful how
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But
No.
but
My bad.
No, no, I'm playing, brother.
I just had
You
we're
to
still
still
put
we're
that
cook.
still
out
we're
Keep
there.
cook.
still
Keep
we're still
cook.
a
Keep
few
cooking.
games 500.
You still
So I'm
cooking.
not
You
gonna I'm
still
not
cooking.
gonna inflate the parade balloons. Let's get a couple more wins before we do that. Cool. But, like, with that said, we're not going to win off of individual talent. We're going to win off of, hey, how is this player working with this? The reason we all hated this team at the first week of the season, because we said, damn, if RJ isn't hitting his shot, that means he can't play with the Julius Randle. That means we can't have them both on the same team and they're getting the highest usage. And then Jalen Brunson has to do everything himself. This past week and a half, we've seen them play with each other, off of each other, and for each other, and we're seeing wins. And we're like, okay, this is sustainable. This is something I can see. And you know what? We've seen it before. We just forgot we saw it before because we tried to put Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier as glue guys last year, and then we played Alec Burks extended minutes. Like, it just didn't work last year because it didn't work. This year, forget last year happened and think of this as the follow up for the COVID season. We got young guys who are playing those key veteran roles who can get better, right? Like, if Reggie Bullock is hot in December, that doesn't mean anything to me. But if a young guy is hot in December, can he carry that over? Can that become his new floor? That's the questions we need to be asking about this team. That's my take.
No, and bro, I'm not gonna lie, fire.
And no, hold on. Kev, you gotta give that some time to marinate and breathe before you just gonna talk right over the man. Fire ass take.
Damn, this shit gotta breathe for real, yo. That shit's
That shit gotta
cooking right
breathe,
now.
bro.
Somebody flip that shit real quick.
Let's get some hearts. Let's
Damn.
get some hundreds in there. Man, you
Yeah,
was spitting
that
They
shit
right
was
there,
looking out. They
fire,
bro.
looking out.
bro.
You was spitting.
And I 100%
You was
agree
spitting.
with
Yo,
you.
make sure to follow. Make sure to follow every you speak up here as well too. Young was cooking, by the way. I was Young who was speaking, so make sure you give him a follow.
Just
Shout out to
you
Nick
just earned it,
Spaces.
young. You just earned a follow, young. That's hey.
Definitely for me too,
Please,
brother. Yo, you cooked for
do
real,
it
Appreciate y'all.
brother.
more.
Appreciate y'all.
Come on, please.
Wait, are you a
Yeah,
Knicks fan
definitely.
or are you just like a different
Oh no,
fandom?
I'm a Knicks fan. I used to write about the Knicks back in like
Because you was like, I'm
2011.
in the Knicks fan
That's
stage.
why
I
you
was
was
Yeah.
like,
cooking
oh,
so
hold up.
much. That's why you was cooking so much.
No,
I was
Who'd
gonna
you
say,
write
stay.
for?
That's what it shows. It shows.
Wait, who'd you write for? Or just
It was
offhand?
what do you used to call them? Streets of the NBA. I don't know if y'all remember.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Okay.
used to write for them. I used to
Okay.
write for the
Yeah.
Knicks
Yeah. I
for them.
remember.
Oh shit, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Wow, that's
that's
so
a blog,
cool.
right? Come on, take. That was the blog, right?
Yeah, that was the blog. Who we were rocking?
Yeah,
We were rocking back
yeah,
like
yeah.
2012, 2013.
Yep. I
Yes,
know exactly what you're
sir.
talking about.
I remember.
Yo, young. All I'm gonna say is, young. I'm a like just the. All I'm gonna say this, bro, because I want other people. I would like to hear some other people talk, bro. I'm not gonna lie. All I'm gonna say is, bro, I just have to see it to believe it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, while this regular season, like, yes, we're playing for each other, and I love it too. Like, 7 game win streak. Like, I love it. We're playing the young kids. Miles McBride is getting minutes. I love to see. I don't even miss Obi Toppin, and that's kind of crazy. Like, I don't even miss some of these players. So, like, while it's cool, I just want to see if it's sustainable, because this 7 game win streak is cool. It could turn into 10, but then it could turn to ugly real fast. Like, it tends to happen. So I want to see a little bit more of it before I start being like, all right, yeah,
I
we're
would
we're,
tell
we're a
you.
good unit to, like, to like,
I would tell you.
you get what I'm
So,
saying?
Kev, you're younger than me, right? And I would tell you from experience, this is definitely sustainable. Uh, the reason why it's sustainable because
It's
you're
different.
actually getting production from your young guys.
Yep.
When you get production from young guys, that confidence,
Sustainable.
that confidence is sustainable. It is very
Yes, sir.
so. So that's why I had an issue when the Knicks was playing journeyman vets during the season, because I'm like, yo, dog, these dudes they're not getting better.
They capped out. They capped out.
They're capped out. You gotta play those young boys so we can actually see their value and gouge their value. I did not know Deuce McBride could defend like this. I knew he could defend, but I didn't think he was this kind of defender. He is really fucking good, bro. Like, I don't want to say elite, because I don't like when the Nick fan goggles is on. I want to take the Nick fan goggles off. But yo,
Nah,
he
low key. He young smart. Like a smaller version. Low key.
Aren't
He
we
looking like
undefeated
young
with
smart.
Marvin Bly playing consistent minutes? Right, since he's been inserted into the rotation
uh-huh.
consistently since the December 3rd game, we've not lost. Right.
I mean, yeah, but
That
we're
is a fact.
also
That is a
like,
fact.
I mean, we're undefeated all time when he plays more than 15 minutes or whatever, something like that.
Can I can,
But
can
like,
I
Yeah.
see
But
my can I see my
let's
team
but
against the
go.
Yes.
Knicks?
but understand that a lot of times when he played that many minutes, it was already a blowout. Like, let's not get crazy. Let's not lose
Fair.
context.
Facts.
Fair.
But
Facts.
I like that
Fair.
he's
Fair.
playing now, because if he starts hitting that jump shot consistently, then in that playoff series versus the Nets, you can actually put your best defender on the floor. If he's not hitting shots, he can't play in the playoffs. So this is his
So,
tryout for the
so
playoffs, actually, when you think about it, right? Like, what the young guys are doing
this.
now are trying out
Love
for the
that.
playoffs.
I love that.
Can I, yo, Stan?
Love it.
Can I confidently say I trust Deuce McBride? See now, if you
I do
tell
too, bro. I do.
now if you telling me you trust Deuce McBride over Grimes to guard Kyrie in a 7 game series, you might have me there. You might have.
Because you asking for less.
I'm
Because
trusting none of them.
you're just asking for Deuce to go out there and guard. Now
Yes.
we asking more for Grimes. We want the
Right.
scoring. We want we want more. So it's gonna be different for him. So yes, I will agree with you with that. That's not to say that Grimes can't do it, but he might fail on and not to say that he would, but he may this year, maybe not next year. He gonna progress. Our boy Young Clay, apparently young Clay Thompson out there.
Yeah, y'all
He's,
trusting
by
these
the
young
way,
players too much, yo. Y'all trusting these young players too much,
well,
man.
I'm just gonna
Look,
say
this is the time.
maybe can't
Look,
trust.
who said it? Who said it? Somebody said it in space earlier today. It might have been Breezy. This is the time. Oh, I think Julito said, if y'all gonna be fans, You want to be all that hype stuff? This is the time to do all that hype, hoopla, all that time stuff. Because hey, you know Jay from Florida right there waiting. He waiting. You know what I'm saying? He got the pop bombs. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different as
Can,
soon as
can,
Y'all
can I
trust
hype
these
up?
guys too much, man.
Can I hype up my young guy real quick?
Absolutely.
The best on ball defender we have right now is Quentin Grimes. Right after him is Deuce McBride, and right after him is Emmanuel Quickly. Just want to give big up more props to my young guy who I'm giving way too much credit to, but I don't give a fuck. Quentin Grimes is elite to me. So, and I think he got a bag that
Y'all
we haven't
believing in
seen
these
yet.
guys too much, man. I'm
I
not gonna
think he
lie.
had a bag we haven't seen yet, and I can't wait to see him unleash it as he gets more comfortable with the offense.
Can we see Quentin Grimes in the 3-point contest?
I would love to see
No.
that.
I'd rather
I
His
not.
think
his
I think we
percentage
could
would
see that
definitely not allow
because
him to do that. I
I
don't
think they
think his
would do
percentage
that.
would allow him to do that.
That
I
man's
think they
gonna
would.
jump and hurt his ankle again. No.
The reason why I think they would do that is because the All Star Game loves having New York in there because we obviously sell. So if we don't have an All Star, if which would be a travesty if the team continues playing this way. If we do not have an All Star in the All Star game, then I could see them doing something like that. Like, let's give him one New York guy, throw him in a 3-point competition.
Hold on. That is one of the biggest travesties ever. If the Knicks, I'm gonna be disappointed with the fans, yo. If we don't have 3 All-Stars, man, the Knicks continue to do this. I'm gonna be very disappointed. People don't even know who said I'll be very disappointed. I'm not.
Well, who's gonna be the
Y'all got to
guaranteed?
vote.
Who's the guaranteed All Stars?
Jalen
Who's
Brunson,
the?
easy,
Brunson and
done.
Julius
I
Randle,
don't think
both of them.
Jalen Brunson is a
No,
guaranteed,
they both are. They
especially
both
with
are.
these. I don't
What?
know, bro.
They both are
You
right
don't
now.
think Jalen Brunson's a what? Well, you say you don't think he's a
He,
guaranteed All Star?
nah, I think he
Top
might
eight
make
point
it.
guard in
It,
this
it
league right
depends.
now.
Yeah,
He's a
the
top
point
eight
guard
point
position.
guard
The
in this
guard
league.
All right,
position is a
Kev.
little bit.
All right, Kev.
The
Okay.
guard position is a little bit. Like it's a
What?
little bit too many good guards. I don't know, bro. We're gonna see, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if Julius
Wow,
makes it.
brother.
Now,
Yo,
I
Oh,
don't hate
bro,
Jalen
you
Brunson.
give
It's
it
just
to
that
oh man.
I don't hate Jalen Brunson. I love Jalen Brunson. He's been good
So
for
you
us.
think
He's
Julius
gonna be an
Randle is the best
all-star,
player?
Kaz.
hold on, Kev,
I,
Kev,
I
Kev.
don't.
I got to mute Kev. I got to mute Kev. Kev's showing his age right now. He's
What?
showing. He's talking like a young boy right now. He's talking out his ass. I'm sorry, Kev. I had to mute you real quick. First of all, Kev, Jalen Brunson is an all-star. Second of all, Kev, Julius Randle is an all-star right now. Third of all, Kev, we're going to make it our business to vote R.J. Barrett into the all-star game because we deserve to have 3 All-Stars. We
I'm
deserve.
not voting him in All Star game.
No.
What?
Oh, yo, that's blasphemous, brother.
You wouldn't
What are
vote
you doing
on.
right now?
That is one of the most hurtful things you can say
I'm
to
not
a
voting
person.
in the All Star.
You know
He's not an
why?
All Star this year. At least in my
Oh,
opinion,
no.
he's
No, young
not.
boy. No, young
Nah,
boy.
man. This is what's wrong with
He's a
our
fringe
people,
All
man.
Star.
Mm-mm.
This is what's wrong with our
Bro, I'm
people.
telling you,
Support, brother.
That's
He's
Support,
crazy.
not
brother.
an All Star this. Y'all guys is just, oh my god, bro.
He's not. Wait, Kev,
No,
who's not an
I'm gonna chill.
all-star?
I'm gonna chill, because
No,
y'all
Kev,
guys
who's
is
Listen,
not an
wilding, bro.
all-star?
Hold
we
on.
know he's not an all star,
No,
but we gonna vote for him anyway.
nah, I'm
That
not
Who?
was
doing that.
State's point,
RJ.
brother.
I never vote for All Star people anyway, so that would just be a waste. I don't do that
All right,
regardless.
so you don't count then. Okay. All right, cool.
I generally don't care. Like whoever makes it, whoever makes it.
No, no,
Jalen
no, no, no,
Brunson.
no, no, no,
If
no, 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 Kev,
I
Kev,
won't be
Kev,
surprised if
you're
Jalen
voting
Brunson don't
this
make
year.
it.
Kev,
Kev.
you are voting this year 5 times a day.
Hold on. We gotta
Like
mute
you a 5%er, like you a Muslim like myself. You gonna be out there voting. All
Stan.
right. I'm gonna
Stan, we
make
got.
sure. I'm gonna check in
Mhm.
and make sure Faja, Zor, Asa, Maghrib, Isha, you out there voting.
Hold, Stan. We gotta talk to the young boy real quick. We gotta mute everybody and specifically talk to Kev.
Facts.
Kev,
Facts of the game. Facts.
you can't say little homie shit like what you just said. You have to grow up, right? Nobody wants to hear that you're not going to vote for a certain player. No, you need to vote for RJ Barrett, bro. You're a Knicks fan. Also, do you want to continue to talk shit? Like that's the main reason that our fandom, we have allowed ourselves to talk shit to each other. You don't
Facts.
think it's time for us to talk shit to everybody else? Listen, man. If we get 3 All-Stars, there's not a fan base who could tell me anything about the Knicks. You can't tell me RJ is trash. That's another reason why I want RJ to be an All-Star. Because as soon as somebody say, well, RJ's trash, well, he trashed his ass to the All-Star game. How about that? How about that? How about RJ when his boring moves and his no dribble having ass is helping the Knicks win? How about that? How about RJ Barrett's 22 years old and he might be one of the youngest Knicks players to be an All-Star ever? How about that?
Hey,
These things that we have to take to the bank and we have to build on it. Because once RJ Barrett got that title, All-Star, next to his name, when Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson and those 3 brothers represent us at the All-Star game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stand up. I'm going to open my bottle of Henny and I'm going to clap my hands. And I'm going to be proud of my team. That's what you need. Don't you ever talk down on your Knicks players. The only time you should is when you're trolling. That's the only time. If you're not trolling and you talking real basketball, Kev, take your emotions out of it. I know I'm an emotional person, Kevin, because I'm one of the most emotional Knicks fans ever. But I have people like Stan who could talk me back to earth. Like Charlotte. They could rein me in.
You think I'm trolling?
No, I
I'm
don't
being
think
dead
you're
ass.
Yes.
trolling, but I think
you better be trolling.
I'm
you
not.
better be
I'm
Kev,
trolling
being
you know
dead
what they
ass.
did
more.
yesterday in
Yo,
the
bro.
post-game space?
Kev, we will
Yo,
find
People
you.
have to show proof to
We
get
will
into the
find you.
posters.
Grab your phone. Make
bro.
sure whether
I'm
you
not.
got the thumbprint or the
Bro,
face.
the
Make sure
All-Star
if you
voting is like
sleeping
the presidency,
on,
bro.
you
The
know.
All-Star voting is like the presidency, bro. It's not the majority rules, bro.
Wait,
Yes, it is. What are you
Kev,
talking about? It's
yo,
actually
Brother,
it's
what?
the media who votes. Like most of
no,
them
it's
is the
not,
media, then the
bro.
coaches, bro, and then it's the players. The
No,
players are
it's
not
not,
like.
oh my God, oh my
Then it's the
God, oh
fans.
my God,
bro. Kev, Kev,
Kevin.
you ain't new. You
I,
ain't that new,
yeah,
Kev.
you Kev, hold on. I don't
You ain't
mean to
that new.
mute everybody. I wish I could just mute Kev because I want the Knicks to talk too, right? But Kev, your age right now, you showing that young boy mentality, man. You young, man.
I'm not showing the young boy mentality if I know how the
Kev, yes
voting
you
works.
are. Come
That's
on,
not
I'm
how
really
bro.
it
not.
works. You know how
Kev,
the
Hillary
you're
voting
Clinton,
about
bro,
to
works.
won the
Get
majority rules, and she still lost.
Hold on,
So
hold on,
it's
hold on.
like it's the same thing with the All Star voting, bro. Majority does
what?
not rule.
It
It's
ain't the
not
What?
just the
same,
fans.
bro. No, it's
30%
not.
of it is
What
the
are you
fans.
talking about?
30% of it is the
Kev,
fans. Everything
what is
else
he
is the
Hillary
media, the coaches, and the
won the
players.
majority,
what is
and
he
she still
talking
lost.
about?
Brother, what?
What?
Kev, what are
Yo, y'all guys are just oh my god, but I can't.
Kev, we
Hey,
love you.
No, you can. No, you
Love
will,
you.
brother. You gon'
No,
vote.
my
You know?
Matter
brain,
of fact,
my
you better send
brain,
me a screen recording of you downloading
my
the
brain
NBA
just
app,
crumbled right.
and
My
you
brain just
and
crumbled
you
right now.
absolutely
Kev, do
better
you
be
know what
voting
you
for
just said?
every
I'm losing
single
brain
player
cells. I'm
that we
losing brain
just said,
cells.
brother.
Do you know what you said,
Screen
Kev?
record.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know what just happened, but everybody talking over each other. I just
All
thought
I'm saying is I'm not voting for RJ Barrett.
no,
I'd never
Kevin,
vote, so
Kevin,
that's what
Kevin,
we keeping it.
Kevin. No, no,
I didn't even vote
no,
for a
no,
president. Like, come on now.
Kevin, you talking too much. That's the young boy shit. You shut up. The adult's talking. When the adults are talking, you need to shut the fuck up and allow us to spit some game to you. That's all. That's all. We are all telling you, you giving a take right now, and you sound like a child. So relax, Kevin. D. It's funny how D pulled up. It's funny how D pulled up because I really was gonna end this
Yo,
space.
D's, am I wrong?
No,
D's,
no,
am
no,
I
no, no, no,
wrong?
no, 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 no.
Yes, you are,
You
Kev, and don't think your
absolutely
D's should
fucking
be your
wrong. You
QB.
100% wrong.
100% wrong. But
Wrong,
Kev's
wrong,
like,
wrong. We're
D,
wrong, wrong.
save me.
but
D,
no,
save me.
now,
Save me. Be my
Yo,
human
D's, tell me,
shield.
am I wrong about the voting? Please tell me if I'm wrong about the. Please.
yo, Kev, you wrong. You wrong. I'm asking the same stupid question over and over. You're wrong. All the adults are telling you you're wrong. You're wrong. That's it. You didn't see the earth longer than us. You didn't come out my pops nuts before me, brother.
Oh.
So you gotta sit and learn, brother. That's all. Yo, D, I'm gonna be honest with you, D. I was gonna end this
Spade,
space.
stop muting us.
No, I don't mean to mute
He has a
everybody.
god complex
You,
with that.
Look on top of Legion what posted. According to
so
B-Ball Index, out of all shooting guards, Quinn Grimes has the third highest on-ball defensive rating.
No.
But is it playoffs
Harassing
or
the
regular
Wait,
ball.
season?
wait.
Pause for
I'm
Is
that.
it
sorry,
playoffs or
sorry.
regular
I'm
season?
sorry, sorry. My ear was, I couldn't hear you, bro. Can you say that again? I'm sorry. One more time?
According to B-Ball Index, out of all shooting guards in the entire league, okay, the entire league, Quentin Grimes has the third highest on-ball defensive rating.
Round of applause.
All
Round of
right,
applause.
that's cute and all, but that's cute and all, cute and all. Yeah, that's cute and all, but I still don't give a shit about the regular season. I am not putting Quentin Ntilikina. Now that I'm gonna be disrespectful.
Y'all
Oh
guys
my
like to pull up.
goodness.
Y'all
Oh,
guys like to pull up these regular season stats until it's playoff times, and then y'all become real quiet, bro, when they don't
he
perform in the
has no
playoffs.
playoff stats. I can't
How?
pull
Kev, you
playoff
get the
stats.
playoff
Okay.
So
stats.
wait to
That's
the
so not
playoff stats then.
fair.
No, y'all do this. No, cause this
What do
history
we
likes to
do,
repeat
Kev?
itself. We sit here, we bring up regular season stats, and then when a player does not perform up to expectations, I'll give you one play, DeMar DeRozan. When we do that shit, then it becomes a problem, and then we on your ass. So be careful what y'all bring up, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro.
See,
I'm
this is how I
telling
know
y'all,
you.
cause y'all like to hype up Quentin
This is
Grimes,
how
but when we get to the playoffs and he's like not.
This
Kev.
is
Kev,
crazy. He's
this is how I know you're
spiraling.
young because you just said DeMar DeRozan wasn't
Yeah,
performing in
you
the
just
playoffs.
yapping.
Like DeMar DeRozan is a guy who's carried teams to conference finals. Like what are we doing here?
What are we talking
What
about
are we
here?
doing
He
here?
does not perform in the playoffs. Stop it.
What are we talking about? This guy's going
Kev,
head to head
Kev,
with
Kev,
Bron. Like,
Kev.
come
Yeah,
on,
you know,
guys.
My man, young Uncle Phil said, "You know
yeah,
you done fucked up, right?
he young.
You know
I
you done
don't
fucked up, right?
understand.
You
Can we
done
go
fucked
to D? And for me to D personally, yo D, I swear to God, I was going to end this space within like 10 minutes. But since you pulled up, right, I'm gonna allow Dan to take over. He's gonna be the point guard, and I'm gonna fall back because I like to listen to other people go back. So,
That's a
go.
crazy take.
But
Well, I just want to say to State, man, this is my brother, man. I think a lot of Knicks Twitter got it confused. This is my brother. I don't care about nothing else. Shout out to Knicks Spaces. We running it up. I just came up here, regardless if State want to end the show or not. Just want to give roses to everybody in here, man. Peace and love. The Knicks are winning 7 in a row, and that's what matters most. But the only reason why I came up here is, Kev, you letting me down, my good brother. What are you doing, my man? I was just listening. Got to
How?
vote, my.
Deej,
You got
Deej. I
the
want you to
young.
explain to me how.
The young generation
Please
is
tell me.
The fact that you
the
just said
young
how, brother.
you,
The fact that you just said
the
how, brother.
the
Kev,
young
and shut
generate
the
the young
shut up,
generation is
Kev.
lost, man. I need you to
Go ahead.
vote, my brother. The young generation is lost. I need you to vote, my
up."
brother. There hasn't been 3 Knicks in almost
Bro, I
half a
can't do
hundred
that, bro.
years.
Like I just don't care enough to do that. Respectfully,
You could do it. You could do
respectfully.
it. You could do it. You got it in you, Kev. Don't be what they call y'all generation.
Kev, just admits a bad
They call their
take and we
generation.
can keep moving on. That's
But
all we've been.
I'm telling y'all, I'm not voting. Y'all can gatekeep, but I'm not voting, bro.
So, Kev, this is like preseason when you were like, for
Y'all want me to
me,
vote? Y'all want me to vote? I'm voting for Cam Reddish. That's who I'm
Kev,
voting
this
for.
is no, but
As
this
long
is
as you
like
vote. As long as you
preseason when
vote.
you were like, I am not going to believe
Nah,
what
not
you
as long
guys
as you
say about
vote.
anything. Cam Reddish will be starting over Quentin Grimes.
Yeah,
You convince me
Charlotte.
otherwise.
Until
And
hold on,
look where
Charlotte.
we are today.
Oh, no, not right now.
In
Face
fairness to Kev,
reality.
Nah,
in fairness to
I
Kev,
can't do that.
he
Nah, don't
was
do that.
starting and he didn't do anything to lose his starting job.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. I'm not gonna throw Cam Reddish into the fire like that. There's no way. Nah, Cam Reddish didn't do nothing wrong here. He's an innocent bystander. Tom Thibodeau is the one who should get the blame for that. This man went down with a minor groin injury. His minutes went in reverse. Never played again. Healthy DNP. Everybody gonna scream energy management at me. Whatever, screaming at me all you want to. Be down, be topping. He should be playing. But well, that's another story. Regardless, Knicks are 7 straight. Very happy about that. But Kev, man, brother, screen record yourself downloading the NBA app, and you're voting for Jalen Brunson,
Yo,
Julius Randle, and RJ
yo,
Barrett.
Troy,
Kev,
Kev, I don't want to hear
Kev,
rebuttal. Kev, I don't want to hear rebuttal. Just
hold
shut
on.
the
Let me
fuck
say
up.
this.
No, 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 no,
Let
no, no, no,
me
no, no.
say
I don't
this.
want to hear you say anything. Just shut up. Just say okay in your own brain, and I want to hear D
vote,
talk. I hear nothing
vote,
from you,
vote,
Kev. With the
vote, vote, my young brother. Yep, vote, my young brother. Vote. But nah, I just wanted to say shout out to State, shout out to Stan, Ralph, Charlotte, Recap, and everybody else, man. Enjoy the winning streak. I just came up here to tell a young brother to vote, man. Your vote matters, man. Your vote matters.
gonna have to respectfully decline that, my guy.
You got to listen to your OGs, Kev. What's wrong
Bro,
with
I
you?
love D's. Like, I love D's, bro. That's my brother, bro. I
Listen
always
to
rock with
your
him in spaces.
OGs. Otherwise, what you here for?
But I'm not voting. I don't
We
care
out
enough to
here
do that.
creating the
Respectfully.
You,
blueprint. We got the
you,
roadmap,
You know what
and
happens when you
you
don't
you
vote?
saying, nah, I ain't gonna follow the road. I'ma steer off the road. I'm create this other path. Get hit by a car. What's wrong with you? What's
You know
wrong with you, my
you
young
know
boy?
what happens when you don't
What's
vote?
wrong? What's wrong?
You know what happens when you don't vote? A bum or a fringe all-star player from another team gets put on,
Absolutely.
and then when you're trying to argue that, yo,
And, and,
Yep.
RJ
and,
Barrett
and
is
you want
better
me to
than
vote
hold,
RJ,
hold,
who's a
hold, hold,
fringe
hold,
all
hold,
star?
Hold
hold
on.
on. When someone comes to you and says, yo, Denny Avdia is better than RJ Barrett, and they point to that all-star game you didn't vote in
Yep.
because you were mad that RJ Barrett wasn't Paul George, you're gonna sit there like, but I know RJ Barrett's better than Denny Avdia, right? Like you're gonna sit there and say that, and you're gonna be mad at yourself because you're only gonna have yourself to blame because you could have just easily voted. That's the thing, right? Like not everyone who's in the All Star game is great. Domantas Sabonis is making All Star games after getting torched by Julius Randle consistently. Even in Julius Randle's bad year, Julius was torching Sabonis consistently. But Knicks fans were mad at him, so we didn't vote him. And Sabonis gets the nod. That's what happens.
Bum
Bro,
ass
there
opponent.
are better there are better people to vote for.
Kev.
Oh, but there are
Yo,
worse people who are
Kev.
gonna get
Kev.
in.
What
That's
do
the
I
yo,
tell
problem.
Kev,
you
why are you
all the
doing this,
time?
bro? What
Kev,
happened
what do I
today,
tell you
yo? Like,
almost every day when I just when you what do I text you?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, Stan. You don't even need to text him.
Kev, what I say?
What I'm hearing from Stan right now, from Kev right now, it sounds like he's a little salty. And like it sounds like he's a little salty because this current win streak that we're on, it's not with Cam Reddish, it's with Quinn Grimes. And this is
Actually,
from
actually, actually, first of all, first of
Kev.
all,
I asked you
first
to
of all,
rebuttal. I
Get
didn't
into
ask
the
you.
root. We get into the root.
I don't
Get
want to
into
hear.
the root.
Sometimes when your elders is talking, you have to learn how to shut the fuck up. You're not doing that right now. Learn shut up when the OGs is talking to you. That
Absolutely. Always.
keep your mouth
Always.
out of your basketball takes. If you don't know how to do that, then learn how to control your emotion when you're giving a take. You can't sit here and tell me that you won't vote for RJ Barrett because you just don't want to vote for him. Your vote counts, bro. Your support counts. Everything counts, bro. The people like me who put up fucking Twitter posts, positive posts about Julius Randle, that counts, bro. That really, all of that shit counts, bro. So
Absolutely counts.
this whole, oh, I don't want to do this because this guy is this. If Raphael don't vote for RJ Barrett to get in the All-Star game, I'm gonna be ashamed of him.
Raphael, are you voting for RJ?
If he becomes a candidate, that's a good question. You have to be considered an all-star candidate, right?
No, you can vote for whoever
Oh,
you want.
come on,
You
Ralph.
can vote for whoever you want, Raphael. You can vote
Oh,
for
that's the
Mario
way it's done
Hezonja.
now. I thought you
Yeah,
had to
no,
be
Ralph.
like.
Yeah,
I
you
thought you
can
had
vote
to
for
be
Mario
like.
Hezonja.
I
Ralph
thought
yo,
you had to
st-
be. Okay, cool. All right, that's interesting. Oh
What
yeah,
does
I mean,
Mario Hezonja do?
let's see. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully he gets. I mean,
He shoots threes.
yo, State, you won't have to be ashamed of me then if that's the case.
State, you voted for Julius Randle, State.
I'm only voting for Julius Randle if you gonna vote for RJ Barrett.
Well, I'm definitely pro Julius
But
Randle.
I,
So
I thought you no, but I thought you were supposed to support the team. It's about the Knicks, the front of the jersey, not the back.
we're talking. I just
Oh,
asked you a simple question.
No, I asked you a specific question. I said, "Are you going to vote for RJ Barrett?" You rebutted. You gave me a general
Oh,
statement.
I said yeah. Didn't I say yeah?
No,
I didn't think.
There we
I thought
go.
you had to
There we
be a
go.
can. I
There
thought
we
you had
go.
to
this is
be.
all Kev's fault, by the way.
you
I
ain't.
thought
All
you
Kev
had to
fault.
first be an all-star
So
candidate to be voted in. I thought
you
that's how
see,
it goes. Like you have to qualify to be an
He
all-star
no,
candidate
qualified.
no,
You
no,
know
no.
that.
to
Stop shit.
then
Nah,
be voted.
it's never worked like that. No, you could
Yeah.
So
always
Kev,
vote
you
whoever
see
you
how
wanted
this
to.
works? You got Raphael, a professed RJ hater, right? He even changed his profile
Hold on.
because
Professor RJ Hater. Hold on.
Yeah. You like a generation.
Hey, brother, you gave him a layup just now.
uh
You like
He
you
gave him a lob for a dunk.
like I thought I hate Randall. You like I'm a generational Randall hater. You, bro, you take your RJ hate and you bring it to another level. We can't even have a realistic basketball combo without you bringing up RJ
Come
Barrett.
on, you guys are exaggerating as
Deflecting.
always.
Yeah,
One
of course.
Overreaction,
Look,
overreaction is
Raphael,
what
we're
you
gonna
guys
mess with
do
you a little
best.
bit, but like they say, there's always
oh,
a little bit of
Wagwan.
truth to the jokes, right?
No, I just hold them accountable. I just want better. I want him to be an all star. So yeah, I'll vote for him to be an all star. Hopefully, he makes to be an all star. Hopefully.
It's not that hard, Kev. It's not that hard. You just vote. You just tap the name in. You press enter,
But
submit.
but overall, I think the
Y'all gonna
overall.
have to put a gun to my head if y'all want me to do
No,
that.
but State, I need you to answer
Kev,
my question.
Jesus,
State,
relax.
State, Are you voting for?
Relax.
State, are you voting for Julius Randle?
Jesus
Jeez.
Christ.
Yo, Ralph.
That
Ralph,
was that was
no cap. I
oof.
literally put out a
That
video.
was woof.
You my mans, Ralph. I put out a video already, and I put out a tweet. Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and fucking Jalen Brunson, bro. All three of them boys need to be all stars, bro. I am absolutely voting for Julius Randle. I am absolutely voting for RJ Barrett. I am absolutely voting for Jalen Brunson. I don't care. Listen, man, a lot of these dudes, like this is what I'm trying to teach Kevin. Like Kevin got to learn how to separate the front of the jersey and the back of the jersey. And Kevin is still too young to and still too emotionally attached to certain players. Kevin, I didn't ask you to speak. I didn't ask you to speak. Kevin is still too young, and he reminds me of other Knicks fans who are so attached to their players that they can't detach from them when it comes to certain situations. I know Kevin is enjoying his 7-game win streak, but a part of him is not enjoying it because Cam Reddish is rotting on the bench, and I agree with him. I understand your pain. No, I did not ask you to speak, brother. I understand your pain, and I understand why you say things like that. But at the same time, young blood, you got to grow up, man. You got to grow up. Ralph, your generational hate for RJ Barrett, along with Jay from Florida, along with my man Jay, yo, you have to stop. You have to stop. You have to be better than that.
What kind of hate you talking about?
No. You are a generational RJ Barrett hater. I've never seen a man.
Explain. What kind of hate? Like what I
Oh,
want him
here we go.
traded. I
This is
hate him on the
awkward, guys.
team. Like
No,
what I hate. Like I hate seeing his game. I don't. I hate the
like
way he plays.
you
What like
hate him
what kind of
so
hate we
much.
talking
So,
about?
so you hate him so much, right? That me and you could be having a conversation about apples and oranges, and I'm telling you, I'm talking to you about applesauce. You'll bring up RJ Barrett's 3-point percentage. That's how much you hate RJ Barrett.
That's expectations.
No.
Yeah, I think you guys are confused.
But what's your
I'm not sure. Are you guys
expectation?
familiar with holding players accountable?
No, I hold everybody. I hold RJ accountable. I hold Rand.
No, not no. Negative.
Yo.
You
So
guys are
wait,
not. You guys are not in that
Ralph,
Nah,
category of
nah,
holding
Rav,
RJ Barrett
Rav, Rav,
accountable. I
Rav,
am
Rav,
though.
Rav. Rav,
Ralph.
Rav, let me speak to my man State real quick because I've been on spaces with State a lot of times already, and maybe he doesn't talk a lot about it because he gets quite upset talking about it, but he gives RJ Barrett some crap. I've heard
Yeah,
him
just a
say
little bit.
RJ
Right.
Barrett.
Right, a little bit here and there, but he's not
But you
like a.
you just told but you just said that he always
Yeah, a
protects him.
little
That
bit, but
clearly
he
wrong
doesn't give it
though.
that.
A
He
little
doesn't
bit.
give it that Julius Randle
Mm,
or anybody else kind of accountability. Like, yo, I
Word.
you
hate
really
Julius Randle's game. This and this and
Word.
this and this and this and this. You know, he gets. Oh, he plays like dog shit and he keeps it moving. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Me, I talk about yo. I want RJ to be an all star. I want RJ
No,
Barrett to be. But
Ralph,
that's too
Ralph,
much for you guys.
Ralph.
say
You
hold on
guys can't
say
tolerate that.
hold
You
on say
guys.
hold on
I
wait
just
Ralph,
Rico,
did you
I
say
just
that
don't
wait
think
Ralph
they got the tolerance to expect more from RJ, and I want to expect more from the number 3 pick.
No,
He's a number 3 pick.
but you're not listening, Ralph. You're talking. You're not listening. I've never seen you post a video criticizing Julius Randle. Every time you talk about Randle, you give him excuses. I don't make excuses for RJ Barrett. I stopped. You have to learn how to do that. You have to learn how to give a knowledgeable take without your emotions involved. It sounds like you want to hold on to your take about RJ Barrett when we first drafted him. You have to grow up, Ralph. Like seriously, if
No,
I'm
I actually want RJ Barrett
no
to grow up.
no,
Honestly,
Ralph,
and I want you guys
Ralph,
to all
did you,
grow up with him.
oh God. So have you ever put out a video and criticized Julius Randle the way I criticized RJ Barrett? Yes or no?
I think I have the better balance versus
Oh
you.
my fuck.
I think I'm better with Julius Randle
Nah,
and RJ
Rav.
versus you and Julius Randle and
Negative,
RJ. I think
Rav.
I'm way better by
Ralph,
far. You guys are not even close. You're not. It's we're you can't even compare
you pissing me off right now, and I'm at work, bro. You really pissing me off so
Yo,
good.
because
State, can
the
I rebuttal you?
conversation is
Yo,
90% Julius
because
Randle and 10%
actually,
everything else. Me, at least I talk expectations with RJ. That's all
yo,
I
I asked
talk
you a
about.
specific question, fam. I asked you a question. I said, yo, have you ever put out a video criticizing Julius Randle the way I criticized RJ Barrett? Yes or no? You went into a whole monologue. I don't care about
Oh, a little bit of thing. You said he played like dog shit. I could do that too. Julius Randle played like dog shit. If you
yo,
want me to do that, I'll do it.
yo.
It's easy work.
What that gotta do with the question I asked you?
I haven't said Julius Randle played like dog shit.
All
That's
right.
a
So you have
five
not said,
second video. I can do that.
no. You have not said that, correct? Yes or no, Ralph? Look,
Yes,
Ralph.
correct. You are correct.
Okay, so since I'm correct about holding players accountable, why are you constantly going on Twitter Spaces saying that I don't hold RJ Barrett accountable? Why are you constantly going on Twitter Spaces saying that, oh, the fan base protects RJ Barrett? When a lot of these dudes, for example, like South, come on the Twitter thread every day and criticize RJ Barrett. So stop doing that. Stop lying. Do not lie like that. I don't like that. Do not lie like that ever again. Because I come on this app every day and I judge RJ accordingly. When he was playing bad, I called him dog piss. Yes, I did. When Randall played bad, you was nowhere to be found on Twitter. That is a fact. That is a fact. When Randall was playing bad last year, during January and during March, bro, you was nowhere to be found on the Twitter thread. That is a fact. South is right there. So it's not like I'm not lying.
Both RJ and Randle were
No, no,
playing
no, no, no,
bad
no, no,
this
no, no,
year.
no, 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 no. You're not
They
doing
both
that.
shot 40% from the
No, no,
field.
no, no,
That's
no. No,
unacceptable.
Ralph. This is why I put you as a co-host. So when I mute people, I can't mute you. Everybody's listening to me destroy you right now because you're sitting up here lying, and it's bad. Don't ever say,
I don't know. Stay. You sort of
yo,
destroy
yo,
me.
you
It
just,
sounds hot, like what you're
yo, you
saying, like you
just,
destroy me.
mm,
But
mm,
the facts are
mm.
the facts.
No, the
I'm
fact
not
you
sold. You
never put out
cannot
a
sell me. You cannot
okay,
sell me
okay,
that you hold RJ accountable appropriately, like
but
the way you
but
say.
but you
You
just
might
said,
say some things, but then it's on to Julius Randle and Tibbs.
but
We
you
know
just said,
10% on RJ, 90% on Julius Randle and Tibbs. Like,
hold on,
you can't
Ralph,
sell me on
Ralph,
that.
Ralph. I'm a professional goalpost mover too. I don't care about any of that you just said. All I asked you for is have you ever put out a video criticizing Julius Randle the way I criticized RJ Barrett? Have you ever said on the Twitter thread, Julius Randle is playing like dog piss?
I
Yes or no?
No, but
No, 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 no,
I
no, no,
don't
no.
cap for Julius Randle the way you cap for RJ. You
Ralph.
might be right. You might be right. Hold on. You might be
Now I
right.
might be right.
Hold on. You might be right with this one video argument that you got, and it looks like you got a solid argument, like you beating me in this argument. But
Wow.
I don't cap. Hold up. I don't cap. I don't cap for Julius Randle
You don't
the way
cap
you cap for
Randle?
RJ. It's
Whoa.
You
you can't say
so you never
no. I don't have a block. I don't
Yo,
have a
Rob,
Julius
I was
Randle
with you.
block card.
I'm
Rob,
glad
I was
South is
with
here.
you
Hold on,
a
South. Let
minute,
me ask you
son,
one
but
more question.
you
Hold on.
slipped up.
South, let me ask you.
Ooh, he fell down.
Let me ask you one
Damn.
question. Because
You
see,
guys are co-hosts. You can mute everyone.
this is I love Twitter Spaces, right, Charlotte? I love Twitter Spaces because I could directly
Don't
confront
bring
out.
me into this.
No, I could directly confront him on the bullshit that he does the way nobody else does. Because people allow Ralph to do this. I'm not letting him run rampant in these spaces right now. And lastly, Ralph, how come when Julius Randle has bad games, for example, when he went 8 for 24 and Jalen Brunson went 8 for 22, how come you've never posted about that game? But how come every time RJ Barrett has a bad game, I see your tweets everywhere?
What game was that? What game was that?
Now it's what game was that? Yo,
Yeah, why don't you
fellas,
call out the game? What game was that?
Yo, Kev, this is all your fault, Kev, by the way. All your fault.
see, this is what happens on Twitter. This is why I like Twitter Spaces because
Can I
you
rebuttal
do.
Stay real quick and then I'm done. I'm
No,
done.
no, no,
I'm
Kev,
done.
I'm getting that Ralph right now. Kev, I don't even want to hear you right now because Ralph, he needs to, he needs to learn the shit that he says affects everybody, especially me. You're killing me, Ralph, because you're smarter than this. I shouldn't have to
I
battle.
want better from RJ. That's all I'm
No, 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 no,
asking.
no, no,
I
no.
think he can be better.
So why when I challenge you on criticizing Julius Randle, how come you agree with me after every time I
I
ask you?
agree with you,
No,
man. I could do a little bit of take. You got me that. You could will
no, no.
you
So
could
then
make.
why you do it? That's all I want from you.
I got you. I could do it after this show. After this show, I sit on it. I marinate what you said. Sit on it. And you know what I'm saying? I could make a little, but I also want to add to the fact, like, bro, like, I don't cap for Julius Randle. I just want to remind you, you got me with this one video. Okay, I'll do a video when Julius Randle. Right now we're on the winning streak, so ain't no videos coming out. But like I could talk about his defense just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't cap for Julius Randle like the way he capped for RJ.
Yo,
It's levels to this.
I don't.
You're in a different tier than I
Yo,
cap for
Ralph,
Julius Randle.
how do yo
You're in
Ralph?
a different galaxy.
Yo, you
You
know
know
what?
what I'm saying? You got black cars. You got listen, what you got, the whole shebang. I'm like, whoa, I don't got none of that. I'm not blocking or unfollowing somebody because what they feel about
I
Julius
think
Randle.
I think
Ralph,
just to jump in real quick, I think trading RJ Barrett for God is doesn't even sniff no Derrick Rose, blame Julius Randle. No Kemba Walker, blame Julius Randle. I'm sorry, Ralph. You
like
definitely do have
I
some.
try to I try to be fair. I try to be even. RJ Barrett, he's still untouchable. I'm not trading RJ Barrett for God. I'm not trading RJ Barrett for my
You
parents.
wasn't fair to me.
Yo, listen, man. I'm not. Listen, man. I don't want to hear you right now. I don't want to hear you right now, Kev. I'm not trading RJ for nobody. No woman on this earth could take me away from RJ Barrett. It is quiet. I am married to that man until he is not a Nick no more. So I'm putting all my energy and faith into the number 3 overall pick because I want to see a championship. But I want to see a championship with some of my draft picks. Just like how you dudes used to shake ass for Patrick Ewing, allow me to shake some ass for RJ Barrett. Let's
Would
be
you
fair.
stop putting RJ in the
No, no,
same
no, 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 no.
sentence that
I'm
But
not
but
Patrick
putting
Ewing? That's
no
super
South,
that's
no
not someone to shake ass for,
no,
State.
no South and Kev. That's what you're not gonna do. You're telling me how to fan now, and you're a '90s Knicks fan. You can't tell me a 2000s Knicks fan how to fucking fan because we both went through the same fucking problems and trials and tribulations, having to deal with Isaiah Thomas with sexual allegations. Don't fuck with me, South. Don't fuck with me, South. But go ahead, South. Go ahead. I know you pulled up in. You want go ahead, man. And then Papa left. I didn't hear you give a monologue. So yeah, after South, go ahead, Papa left. I'm done with
I
because I'm
really
done.
think
I'm done. I'm done with
I'm
you.
feeling very
People like
peaceful.
you.
I don't have much to say. I'm enjoying. I'm
that's
feeling
what
very
I
Papa
mean.
peaceful.
left.
I
Your
think it's so
man's.
love.
No. Well, hold on, real quick. I'm glad Papa left is in here. Your man's called my man RJ Barrett Lou Dort. You consistently at me about Quentin Grimes, me calling Quentin Ntilikina. When are you gonna at your man's and hold him accountable for calling RJ? Oh, you know why? Because you called RJ Barrett Lou Dort too. So when the
No, I
fuck are you gonna
didn't.
come?
No, I
Yo,
didn't.
yo,
But
come on,
Luke
man.
calling RJ Barrett Lou Dort was a troll move to
No, no,
get
no, no,
people
no,
to be
no, no,
like
no,
he's
no, no.
better than
Papa
Lou
left.
Dort
Papa
and
left.
pump their
Pop,
chest out.
no,
That's what
Papa
nobody
left. See,
understood.
that's the you moonwalking now.
I'm
When
not
you
moonwalking. I'm not a
moonwalking.
professional moonwalker. If you,
Okay,
I'm
okay,
Jewish.
okay.
You think I know how to moonwalk?
Why the fuck you gotta do yo Papa left this? Yo, this dude is
Could
always from
barely
left
two step.
field, bro.
I could barely two step. You're just saying that I'm a moonwalker? Come on.
Oh my god, yo, South, go ahead, man. The Power left, go ahead. Sky.
Y'all dudes is hilarious, man. I really came to show love, man. That was a good show. You and Ralph put on and stuff. Y'all both fibbed a little bit, you know what I mean. But it's all right, I'm not calling it out. I'm just saying y'all fibbed a little bit. But apart from that, man, look, let me say it now. It's spaces again. You know, happy the Knicks going on their little streak. You know what I'm saying? A few of the games were definitely, really good performances. Some or a lot of, a little fortune as far as teams being depleted or the quality of team. But that's neither here nor there. They got to play who the fuck they got to play. But definitely could recognize the perimeter defense with IQ, Grimes and Deuce being is definitely intensified. I think two really big factors in the streak so far.
Randall's 3-point shooting. I think that's like he's bailed out so many possessions by hitting threes and opening up the court for RJ and for Brunson by stretching the court. I gotta give him credit while it's falling. I don't expect it to keep falling, but while it's falling, gotta give him credit. Then I gotta show some love to my man No Moves Mitch. That boy is controlling the boards. I mean, his offensive rebounding after all the bricks that get thrown up has been crucial. He's putting all the garbage back, and that's a wonderful thing. So I got to give Mitch his credit too.
Mitch,
So yeah,
Mitch looking like a young Ben Wallace. He looking like a young Ben Wallace. South. Maybe I'm drinking the Knicks Kool-Aid and Pop
yeah,
is on the space.
yeah.
I want to piss him off.
Ben Wallace looked like motherfucking B.A. Baracus and shit. See it, Mitch.
Yo, I
Well,
still
I
remember.
gotta give.
Remember when he pushed. Yo, remember when he pushed Ron Artest and Ron Artest went halfway through the screen? That's what I knew. Like, nah, Ben Wallace is strong.
Wallace was different, man. Wallace was different. You know what I'm saying? But Mitch, the work that he put in the off season, strength, conditioning is showing off. I gotta give him credit because I've never seen him kind of. I never thought of him as a really good rebounder, contested rebounder until this season. I mean, he's pretty much bodying dudes down there for them boards, and those shits be huge because that's a lot of bailout shit. You know what I mean? And then props to Brunson, tough little dude, and he's scoring like nobody's business. He ain't really going to pass it, but shit, it is what it is. He just scoring. And then got to give RJ his props. See, I told you I can't peace and love. I give RJ his props. RJ has been actually making fucking layups. And the fact that he made a few layups, now he doing all types of little push and hook shots that's going in. That's like, what the fuck? That shit don't never look like it's going in, but the shit going in. So I got to give him props for that. I think that's what happens when you start actually making layups. It opens up your game.
Oh, fuck off.
So I'm just, like I said, it's all about love, sir. That's all. I just came to show love. Man.
Yo, man. South is like that. You remind me of that uncle or that pops who's hard on their children and shit. Like you don't want to accept nothing less. Papa Left, go ahead, man. What's up, man? How are you, bro? How was your day going, Papa Left, man? What the fuck are you doing? And why the fuck are you not saying sorry to Mitchell Robinson? I have not seen that video yet, Papa Left. I need to see it. Thank you.
I'm doing well. Just had tryouts today. I sent four kids packing within 30 seconds because they were laughing, saying some kid was uncoordinated, and I said none of you guys are coordinated. And there's not a single high school in the city of Newark that's looking for you, so you better cut that shit out. And anybody who has a laugh during these tryouts, the next person that laughs is going home. And I sent home 4 fifth graders within a minute. That was very, very cool of me.
You're an ass, bro.
They'll
God
be fine.
damn, dude. Ain't the kids. It's the kids.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Just want to shout out Ben Wallace real quick. He's a 4-time NBA All-Star, 4-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year, 6-time NBA Defensive Team First Team, 5-time All NBA Team, 2-time NBA Rebounding Leader. He's an NBA champion, and the most important of them all, he somehow was on the cover of NBA 2K5, which is honestly the best accolade that you can have if you really think about it. If Mitchell Robinson gets one of those, I will make a video. Any of those accolades, I will make a video. Just because you just said Mitchell Robinson is looking like Ben Wallace to somehow take a dig at me, I would have made a video just for like a good 10-game stretch without an awkward fall. But now that you mentioned the boogeyman, Ben Wallace, now he has to get just one of those. And maybe it'll be a NBA 2K23, who knows?
We'll see.
But yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, I appreciate all of y'all, man. Yo, Mom, man, you gotta come back up, man. You gotta speak, man. Yo, I've been on the spaces for I think 2 hours and a half now. I think it's time to pack it up, man. It's time. We spoke for hours. I swear I seen y'all on Twitter Spaces hours prior. So I think it's about that time. D, appreciate all of you guys, man. Papa left, Ralph. Yo, Ralph, love the back and forth debate, man. We gotta do more of those. Yo, peace, brother. The reason why I brought you up, Ralph, as a co-host, because I didn't want to mute you when I was muting other people. Charlotte, I apologize. I was only trying to mute Kev. I was not trying to mute everybody, because Kev, his young ass, just need to shut the fuck up sometimes and learn how to listen to grown folk. When you listen to grown folk, you probably learn more. Your mother and father always taught you, mind your fucking business. Don't say shit when an adult is talking. You speak unless spoken to. Right? So so I appreciate all of y'all. And thank you for co-hosting with me, man. Nick Spaces. Go follow Nick Spaces. And peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings.